Welcome back to DCTV, where I am your host, Drew Collins. In today's live stream, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Baltimore Ravens. In today's watch party today, I got my partner joining me. You can go ahead and introduce yourself if you'd like.
What's going on, guys? It's Mason, back again. Hopped on the stream a few weeks ago, but on the live stream for real.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get the, I just noticed I don't have the scoreboard updated. So we already kicked off here. The first play is going to be a handoff to the right with Ezekiel Elliott. Goes nowhere like he's basically done all year. But, you know, the Cowboys are going to have to even have a chance today. They're going to have to get him going early and often for sure. But you can definitely tell the difference of him having the best offensive line the past few years and this year having, I don't even know what you call that off an offensive line. They have like 2 or 3 undrafted rookies starting because of all the injuries. And this has probably definitely been his worst year of his career so far. Let's see. ESPN. Oh, dude, you didn't bring a drink up here? The first quarter, you're going to be like, total of 5. We'll get there. Let's see. Oh, I know it didn't just disappear. It is rough today. What happened? They get a first down? Dude, Andy Dalton.
Rifle.
It's so crazy when the Bengals and Dallas going to play and Andy Dalton's going to be the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet like that today. It's like, I saw a tweet like that today when they're talking about who would have thought in 2020 Andy Dalton playing against the Bengals and he's going to be the best quarterback on the field, obviously because did I miss the donation? I didn't have my audio on, so if it went off, I didn't hear it. Looks like Drake donated. I don't know why it's not going through. The whole setup is just falling apart. Dude. Did I not catch the alert or what happened? All right, well, looks like I missed that. Shout out Drake, thank you for donating. Oh, there it is. I was like, dude, where is it? I was like, and you know, I think it's hard to say he's overrated because, you know, Dallas, they have such a big following base and they like almost every year their team is overrated. And I don't think he's necessarily overrated. Like, he's a great running back, but I think you can definitely tell the struggles he's had with this offensive line that's been nothing this year. I think he's definitely struggled. And then Tony Pollard, who's honestly, I think has been doing just as much as him this year, if not more. So I think that's put a little pressure on him, and he just really hasn't been able to handle it. All right, well, we're about to get into the commentary. I guess I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is the sticky part. So after that penalty, it's going to be a 1st and 20 for Dallas. Andy Dalton is going to be from his own 32 here. 1st and forever. 3 men to the right. Receiver, or yeah, no, 3 receivers to the left, receivers to the right. It's going to be a little halfback, little toss over there. Ezekiel Elliott gets tackled for a loss. Really nothing going there.
Didn't think he was ready.
Yeah, I mean, he almost didn't catch that ball. And I think that was moving backwards. So that could have been a bad play there. Do you know the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys? What's his name? The young one. He's like really young. He gets a lot of hate, but also a lot of love with this crazy play calling. I can't think of his name right now, but I know this season a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans have been upset with some of his play calling, but he definitely gets creative, and he's not scared to call whatever the heck he's thinking. Kellen Moore, yes. He has a crazy scheme, and he's had a crazy scheme. It's so weird not hearing the game. So after that, it's going to be a little dump pass to CeeDee Lamb. Look like they tried to attempt a screen pass there. Baltimore Ravens defense is all over, and it's 3rd and forever here. 3rd and 24. And if you're Dallas, you want to come out here, get points on the board first, because the last thing you want to do against a team like the Ravens is let them get on the board first. Because what are they going to do? They're just going to milk the clock once they have the lead. A little dump pass to Ezekiel Elliott over to the right, and it gets maybe a gain of 8-ish, and they're going to have to punt here on this first drive.
Not the way you wanted to start the game, Cowboys.
No, not really. You did not.
A couple of people in your division pick up big wins this weekend. You're trying to make a statement here.
Exactly. So they're going to be able to come off the field, and we're going to see what Baltimore gets to do. Finally, I feel like they have a lot of their players back. They're probably going to try to have a statement type game. That's kind of the feels I've got heading until tonight. I feel like the Baltimore Ravens feel like they've just been screwed over with the COVID or NFL schedule or whatever. And I feel like tonight it's kind of a revenge game that you might see from them. So 9:57 remaining in the first, and we're going to go to a commercial break here. And we'll see what the Ravens offense has to show.
Remember also, no Des Bryant for the Ravens tested positive. They pulled him out of warm-ups to test him, and he tested positive.
Exactly. Quill says, I'm counting on Zeke in fantasy this week. Yeah, I didn't pick up Zeke, luckily, this year. So I bet you definitely a showing, because I bet he's been pretty lackluster in that category. What I was saying is he's not a top 5 running back like people try and say he is. He's a top 10 definitely. I think with the with the offensive line he has, he's top 5, but in the previous years, but I think you give him a similar offensive line like Joe Mixon and other running backs have, I think you put him in that top 10 category, so I can definitely agree to that.
I think it's also it's the same way with Joe Mixon. People look at him. Bill Belichick last year said he's the hardest runner in the league. He's one of the best running backs. He just doesn't have a line, so the stats don't really show the same way.
My Snapchat, the legend. You're the first guest I've ever brought on the show.
Up a little bit. Up a little more.
I'll fix it. It's on there. I want.
I knocked that.
Not to start me one. Here, can you get up and I'll just come in here?
Yeah.
Dude, we're about to get going. I'm feeling it. All right, we're about to get going serious. Okay. Man, I had this all set up perfectly. This takes forever to get right. Ah, see, look how crooked it is. There we go. Right there. Perfect. All right. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. What do they got up their sleeve? If I have to assume here, probably just try to run it down their throat, maybe pull it out, and see if you got any receivers down deep. I probably see them going deep down here at Marquise Brown, at least trying. But they're going to give it off to, who's that, Ingram right there, for a gain of about 2.5. Probably going to try to, I think Ingram's been out with injuries too, or COVID. So, I mean, that's just another guy they've been able, they've been down.
See him throwing Marquise or Hollywood Brown in the motion early, trying to mess with this defense, get in their head, maybe open up the run game. They're going to be worried about Brown going deep, and then that'll open up the run game.
Exactly.
For Ingram.
Try to get these guys in motion. Try to get the defense unbalanced. We all know what this Dallas Cowboys defense has been in 2020. Not good. Lamar rolling out to his right here. He's going to take this one on his legs, juke out a defender, and get a Ravens first down there. Just classic Lamar Jackson's going out to his right. If he doesn't see anybody, he's taking off, and that's what he did there, and he's going to pick up a Ravens first down. Who's 54? That's they paid him big time, wasn't it? 54, that's Alden Smith. that Alden Smith, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alden Smith is going to pick up the tackle there. Almost knocks it loose. It was a little wobbly in there, but Lamar hangs on to it nonetheless. So 3 receivers to his left here. Got a receiver in motion, play action, stepping back. Looks like a little halfback screen, nowhere going, and Mark Ingram's going to get to the back to the line of scrimmage. Dallas Cowboys were all over that one as well, and now 2nd and 10.
Andreash, I read that perfectly.
Yeah, and I know he's had some injuries issues throughout his career, but if he can stay healthy, man, he's a tackling machine. See the NFL rankings for the Ravens: 3rd in rushing, 31st in passing. So I mean, I think that's something they really got to prove people wrong if they want to have success at the end of the season here. That 31st in passing is not going to get you in the playoffs or win you any games in the playoffs. So
this Ravens offense needs to get out of the habit of living and dying by Lamar's throwing ability.
looks like Lamar's going to step back, throws. Looks like that's Brown right there, and it's going to be way short of the first. So 3rd and medium coming up. When I get merge, 3rd and medium's going to be over there.
I'll be all over that.
Danny Derrick said, I was just a fan of Zeke when he was at Ohio State, but I do agree. Yeah, and you know, I'm from Cincinnati. If you can't tell, I'm a Bengals fan. So around here, I feel like people cherish them because there's so many Ohio State Buckeyes fans around here. And everyone loves all these Ohio State players that go to the league. You know, it's always fun seeing how they turn out. So I've always, had high hopes for Zeke. There's 3rd and 5 here. Lamar steps up in the pocket, throws, and it's picked off the deflection. I'm not sure, 23 for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to turn it over, and they're already in field goal range. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't know who 23 is on the Cowboys. But was that, were they going to Brown? It looked like they were going Marquise Brown. Yeah. It looked like it was just a little slant route. Yep. It goes off his fingertips, gets tipped up in the air. 23 makes a diving catch looking like Jesse Bates. And that's a Dallas turnover right there.
Got to be careful throwing over the middle. You can't leave it up high. Your receivers are get destroyed or tip it up like what just happened.
And we've been talking about Baltimore, 31st ranked, when it comes to the passing game. And this is not what you want to do come out the game. And Dallas, they need about a 1st down and they can kick a field goal. 1st and 10, 7 minutes remaining here. Dalton's going to be under center. He's going to hand this one off to Ezekiel Elliott, about 2 there. Trying to, get this defensive interior here for the Ravens, but it's a pretty good, front 7. So
I think what Kellen Moore is probably trying to do right now is get that run game started, get Zeke going, and then that way it'll be easier for Bell to make the 3rd and 4th quarter.
So here we go, 2nd and 8 here. Dalton's going to be under center, and he's going to be calling some audibles. Doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to step back to shotgun. CeeDee Lamb out to his left. He's just going to get off to Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to bust down for a 1st down. Bust down with the rollie, and that's about a 12-yard carry there, if not more. I mean, it was just right up the gut, and you got to give that to Andy Dalton right there. He read it perfectly. I don't know what he saw, but looks like he saw the center. No one being a nose tackle there. The center was wide open. He went downfield, blocked the linebacker. And, I mean, that's too easy. That is way too easy. I mean,
4-man front for the Ravens looked like 2 sacks. Nobody lined up over center. That middle was wide open.
Yeah, and Dalton read that perfectly to step back and hand that ball off. Veteran move. Dalton looking, throwing, little behind there, but it's going to be caught for about a gain of 2 there by number 80 for Dallas.
That's the thing with Dalton. He may not be able to go out there and make the big throws every time, as we've seen throughout the Bengals, but mentally, he's one of the sharpest guys in the league. He's going to be able to call out those plays, and even if, like I said, those throws aren't there, he's going to be able to figure out what's going to work best for the offense.
I mean, I totally agree, and that's why you sign somebody that caliber to come be your backup for, veteran minimal, and it's working out for Dallas. Somewhat. Ezekiel Elliott, little juke move and a gain of about 5-ish there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and medium. 4:55 remaining here. Trying to get Ezekiel Elliott established. Not doing too bad of a job there on this drive. But I mean, if they don't pick this up here, they'll settle for 3. But you really want to go up a touchdown here. I mean, that would be huge. You know, something you talk about with every NFL team is, you know, turning the ball over. You got to score. So here we go, 3rd and 4 for the Cowboys. And then they're going empty set, 5 receivers out. I mean, Ravens playing quite aggressive here. Dalton looking, throwing in the end zone, and he's going to overthrow. I believe that's Amari, or that's going to be Gallup there. Yeah, Michael Gallup, but just out of his reach there in the back left of the end zone. And it's going to be a 4th and 4, and they're going to bring on the field goal team. Yeah, it looks like, what, man-to-man coverage?
Yeah, man-to-man, brought a couple off the edge, probably had Andy Dalton hopping around back there in the pocket, wanted to get.
I mean, Baltimore wanted all the smoke there. I mean, they were aggressive. I mean, I think they blitzed. So here we go from 31 out. Greg the leg. And it's up and right through the uprights. So Dallas is going to go up early after the turnover by Lamar Jackson. And 3-0 is your ball game here early. I mean, this is great. I mean, off the interception, obviously it would have been better if they score 6 there, but nonetheless, Dallas is up early. I don't know why that's not updated. Well, I grew up in Reading, so I got that. I grew up near Reading, too. I grew up in Deer Park, but I lived in Reading for part of my life. That's cool. Definitely seems like they are trying to get Zeke going early, which will open up the playbook later on. Exactly, yeah. If they can make Baltimore to play aggressive, you know, the Cowboys are going to take their shots just like they did there. I think, is Amari Cooper not playing? I haven't seen much of him. Funny.
Definitely would have liked to see a little more aggressive play calling there, try and capitalize on that turnover, but they'll settle for 3.
Definitely. You want to, you know, nothing, you know, it's better than nothing, but you just got to capitalize on turnovers. You just have to in the NFL if you want to win ball games. It's pretty simple. So, I mean, do you guys think, you know, Dallas can pull this off? Because, I mean, it's way too early for me to give my prediction. But, I mean, there's been a lot of upsets. You know, Seattle went down. And what was it last night? It was Pittsburgh went down. So, I mean, this time of the year in the NFL, I feel like is the time where there's a lot of, you know, upsets. So, a lot of these, you know, low-win teams, they're putting it all on the line out there. Like Patrick Queen.
It's crazy to think that these Cowboys are having the playoff
Ooh.
race.
It's insane. I mean, it was just like when Bengals were playing Giants and I was doing that live stream and all the Giants fans were just going ballistic about getting into the playoffs and how good their team is. I'm like, I hope you guys know first round exit, but you know, you can get a top 15 draft pick and still make the playoffs. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, Greg DeLeg's going to kick this one off here. It's not going to be returnable. He's going to take a knee here, and Lamar Jackson going to get another shot here. We'll see if they try to go a little bit more. Too terrible of a pass, but there's tips. It happens, man. Obviously, Dez Bryant. Would have loved to seen him.
Yeah.
Definitely cool to see him come back. And I know he wanted to play today against the Cowboys because I'm pretty sure if I can remember a long time ago when that relationship ended, it wasn't a pretty one. But 1st and 10 here. What is this formation that Baltimore runs? What do you call that? Pistol with the fullback to the side of them?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
They run a lot of pistol. It helps with their option play. You got Lamar being able to run, fullback being able
Yeah, and looks like you got Gus Edwards too. So that one's a gain of 7 by Gus Edwards there. Trying to establish something. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left here in the first quarter, and it's still 3-0. So somebody's got to score. At least a touchdown. 2nd and 3 here. Another man in motion. Lamar's going to keep it for himself here and scramble for a gain of a first down. Probably about 7 or 8 there on the pickup. Donovan Cowart, DMC Beats, liking the stream on Facebook.
Shout out Donovan.
So, I want someone to. I just changed the member notification, so I really wish someone would become a member because I just changed it. It's really cool. Plus, I have the names down there I just changed. So, pretty cool. 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator, not having too good of a season back there. Oh, J.K. Dobbins breaks out for about 15, 20 yards there. Another Baltimore first down. And here we go, that rushing attack showing why it's one of the best in the league. I mean, it was Gus Edwards and Lamar, and now J.K. Dobbins with back-to-back-to-back first downs. Looks like that was a great blocking out there, but I think that was the tackle who swung out to the side and took out the linebacker. I mean, what do you do for the future if you have all those 3 running backs? I mean, that's crazy. There's no way they hold on to all 3 of them. Salary-wise, there's no way they can able to bring them all back. I'd be really surprised. 1st and 10, and they muffed the snap here, and they're going to have to just take the loss of yards. Looks like it was low, but I think it was catchable by Jackson, but it went through his hands, and Dobbins has to fall on it, and that's probably a loss of 8. Number 8 getting a loss of 8. I mean, that's just... I think this is where you're starting to see, the team not being with each other. Well, being with each other, but not, playing together with all this COVID stuff that they've had to deal with.
Also, looks like everyone's dressed pretty warm.
Yeah, it looks kind of chilly.
Definitely total mess stuff.
Definitely looks chilly out there in Baltimore. Empty set. Lamar looking to his right. It's going to go to Brown. He's going to try to dance for a few. But that's only about, I don't know, 5 there, if even. So a 3rd and long here for Baltimore. Not ideal. Just look how bad that defense is. 32 in points, 32 rush attempt, 32 rushing yards. I mean, it's pretty easy. You want to win, you run. I don't know why they're trying to pass so much. So here we go. 3rd and 14. Well, in this case, you have to throw over the middle. And that's a gain of about 13. They're going to be a yard or 2 shy here. Not sure who 82 is for the Ravens, but
Lamar, stay out there.
Yeah, 4th and 2. Lamar wants to stay out there. I mean, where you're at on the field, you can go for this, but it is early in the game. Looks like they're about... Can't tell technically where they're at. So it's going to be a 4th and 2, and they're going to try to get it. 40 seconds left. Looks like they're on about the 37 of Dallas. Yeah, Dallas, you got to get the stop here. This would be huge. 4 receivers out for Lamar.
5.
And he takes it right up the middle. He gets the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and Lamar is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown Ravens. 4th and 2, and there was nobody over the middle. Lamar saw it right away. I mean, it might have been a QB draw, but even if it was, I think he just saw there was nobody over the middle and just took it all the way. I mean, there must have been an outside blitz there. Let's see. I mean, I guess he took it to the right a little bit, but there was just, yeah, I mean, looks like they blitzed the wrong gap. Good blocking by the offensive line, and I mean, he walked into the end zone. So 6-3 awaiting the PAT. Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic.
Great use of the play action there. Vander Esch read the O lineman moving to the left, followed him, and Lamar just took it back the other way.
Exactly. So after that, 7-3 Baltimore. They're going to go up here early. They're going to take the lead after the first possession. And that's exactly what I thought we would see coming out early. I mean, they got to do what they're known to do, and they ran the ball, and they ran it down Dallas's throat, and that was almost too easy for them the whole drive. I mean, they shared it between Lamar, between Gus Edwards, between Dobbins. I mean, everyone got a piece of that, and So pretty successful drive for the Ravens right there, and that's what I expected all game long. I mean, I don't know why they want to. I know so much in the media has been reflected on Baltimore about the passing game and just how it's not been so good, but you don't really need to get involved in that. If you can win running the ball, do what you're best, and that's obviously running the ball. So
one of the big key points that should be on the list for Dallas's defense, you got to limit big plays. That's what this Ravens offense runs on, big plays, 30-yard passes down the field, big breakaway runs that you see from Lamar right there. Limit them to those screen passes where they're just getting 3 or 4 yards. They're not going to be able to put drives together the same way without those big plays.
Brennan Hook said, shout out to the new guy. Speak up more, man.
Shout out B Hook.
That's funny.
They said it feels like 30. Baltimore.
Man, if it would have been a snow game, that would have been. Love the classic snow games. And I'm pretty sure Baltimore would love that. Be a runoff. So interesting to watch this Dallas team to see how they play and see what the Bengals have the next few weeks, or is it when do they play? I don't know when they. Is it Sunday? Do they play the Cowboys next? There's no way they play on Tuesday and Sunday. I mean, with the COVID schedule, maybe. Oh my gosh, so Dallas plays Sunday. Really? Yeah, they play today, then they play in 5 days. So, I mean, that's a huge advantage for the Bengals. That these guys have to go all the way to Baltimore, and then they got to go to Cincinnati, and then what are they going to have, 4 days to practice? I mean, that's tough. I know everyone's taking sacrifices for the COVID, but that's tough. I mean, right? That has to affect their practice schedule.
Yeah.
No excuses for the Bengals, honestly.
Especially with more and more guys going out due to COVID. You never know who's going to be on the roster come game time.
Exactly. So here we go. We're going to kick this one off here. This one's going to be returnable from about the 5. Going to punch the 20, the 25, a whole 30, 35. Justin Tucker breaks the tackle to the 50, the 45, the 40, 30. Oh my gosh, Tony Pollard. I couldn't tell if it was Tony or if it was CeeDee Lamb, but Tony Pollard takes it all the way to the Baltimore 30. Holy crap, I thought he was going to house it. Justin Tucker, I thought was going to wrap him up there. He went for a shoestring tackle. I thought he had him. I mean, just piss poor tackling by Baltimore. I mean, how many tackles did they just miss right there? That's just bad special teams.
Nice job by Tony Pollard holding onto the ball. Make sure not to let that one get loose.
You see it so often. These guys try to make moves, and next thing they knew, they fumble the ball. So this is going to put them actually the Ravens' 28-yard line. Dalton under center. Play action. Rolling to his left. Throwing a wobbler. It was a wobbler, but he gets the first nonetheless. CeeDee Lamb. Beautiful amount of space there.
I'm not going to compliment this Cowboys offensive line too much today, but that was a beautiful job by them. Sliding over there to the right.
Good pass blocking. A little bit of a wobbler. I don't miss those Dalton throws.
Yeah.
You see that ball, man?
Tell me about it, man.
It was
shooting ducks out there.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Dallas like that, special teams. And isn't Harbaugh, wasn't he a special teams coach?
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough, man. I think their special teams have struggled all season long, and he's a special teams coach, or he was. So that's very good. I'm with Darren, Adam, and Enrique. We love you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, shout out Darren. Shout out Adam. Slim Rick.
Slim Rick. If they can get Cooper with the one-on-one, they would have a good chance on big plays. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they didn't try Cooper down the field, but they try who'd they try the other? Who was the other one?
Michael.
Yeah, they tried Gallup in the end zone, just didn't connect. I haven't seen Cooper. I mean, have you?
No, I'm sure they're probably bracketing him on the sideline, and Dalton's not gonna be able to split double coverage. But that's exactly what they're doing with this run game. They got to set that up, bring more guys on the blitz for the Ravens, and then they'll open up one-on-one with the receivers, and Amari Cooper will win that one-on-one 9 times out of 10.
Adam Reed said, "Let's go, Maze. Keep it up. Good stuff, bro. Tato." Dallas isn't going to stop Lamar in this running game. They need to focus on containing it.
Exactly what I just said. You got to limit big plays. Exactly right.
I mean, I know they got ambitious 4th and 2. If they get that stop, it's huge. Send the house. But it really put them in the ass there. But at the same time, if it works out, that's game changing. So you win some, you lose some.
This is going to be a game of momentum.
Yeah.
Seeing if the Cowboys can just keep responding, because those big plays are going to happen for the Ravens. Lamar is too talented for them not. So it's just about being able to respond, battling it.
And, I never like to call games early because a Bengals fan, we're always up at halftime, but then somehow lose at the end of the game. So I'm not going to jump the gun. But what I will say, this possession, this is really going to tell me a lot about this Cowboys offense if they can actually get in the end zone here, or if they got to settle for another field goal. Because this is 2 times where either the defense or the special teams have set them up in great field possession. The first time was only a field goal. So what are they going to do here? I mean, if they settle for another field goal, that's not a good sign for this offense. 1st and 10, Andy Dalton on their center. A rush to left, Tony Pollard is going to get a gain of about only a yard. Got Marlon Humphrey on the tackle.
Nice job there, making something out of nothing.
Yeah. Dalton, 6 for 7, 25 yards.
That's all you can really ask him to do. He's not going to be throwing 50-yard bombs like Stafford or Mahomes or anything like that. He's just...
Yep. So he's going to go back under center here. Elliott's still not in the game. It's going to be play action. He's going to step up in the pocket, looking end zone. He has a man in the end zone. It's going to be Gallup. Touchdown. And that's exactly what you wanted there. Was that man-to-man? Oh, there's a flag on the play. You think it's on the offense?
Good protecting by the offensive line. Hopefully it's not a holding call.
You think it's on the O-line?
Yeah.
So they got Gallup in the end zone, but we don't know who the flag is on. Dirty yellow laundry already today. Gallup looks like to be Dalton's man. So it looked like good pass protection. Dalton stepped up in the pocket.
Hopefully not a pass interference.
Yeah, this might be on Humphrey.
Yeah.
This might be DPI. Marlon Humphrey had his hands all over him in the back of the end zone. But nonetheless, I mean, I think that's a pretty weak DPI. See, the one thing I don't like, when receivers are stuck in the back of the end zone, there's nowhere for them to go. So if the corner puts a hand on them, I know you can't touch the receiver, but if they're not moving, what do you expect them to do? So it looks like it was on the defense, and the points are going to count. 9-7 Cowboys away in the PAT. It's up, and it's good. So 10-7 Cowboys. They're back on top within the matter of, a minute or two? So after the big special teams run back by Pollard, they get in the end zone. Exactly what the Red Rifle needed. Look at that guy.
He's happy. He's happy. Haven't seen that smile in a long time.
I know. He doesn't smile often, man. He really doesn't. Good for him. Oh, man, it would have been so cool, him and Burrow. I feel like every week I always catch myself, oh, Burrow this, Burrow that. But really, it would have been such a fun game to watch. I remember when the Bengals were second half comeback legends. When was that?
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
If you're Dallas, you want to do everything you can to make a defensive struggle. Once the Ravens' offense gets going, they are extremely hard to slow down. Joey Ahlers. What's up, Big Joe? Big Joe in the house? Corbin Fletcher. The kid. Man, we got a donation. So, wait, Drake, you donated to take your spot back, right? Because didn't somebody else have it? Drake, the only spot you're missing is the all-time donator and then the member spot. But other than that, you got it locked down. And I'm so mad about the subscriber count. So we were at 1,800, and then for some reason, YouTube loves taking away spam subs from small YouTubers. So they literally took like a decent amount of subs away from me for inactive subs, if I had to guess. When there's probably YouTubers out there with millions of subs that are inactive, and we'll get the small ones. So gotta love that. LOL, not that they won, they just made a good end game. I gotcha. That clears it up a little bit. Maybe the Marvin Lewis days, is that what you talk about? We're a little bit more competitive. Because Zach Taylor and his 4-win, his 4-win career, I mean, it's usually only competitive at halftime, it seems. You feel me? Let's get it, baby. How you been, Big Joe? It's been a minute. So weird with no game audio. So 3 plays, 28 yards, 1 minute and 6 seconds leads to a Gallup 13-yard touchdown catch. That's exactly what this Cowboys, this is exactly what they need. They can't rely on their offense. Well, you can't really rely on their defense either. So if special teams can step up, I mean, that's about as perfect as it gets for them. So we got a touchback here, and Lamar Jackson, they just had a successful drive there. So can they have another one? We'll find out.
This is where Nash lost. See him
Yep.
go up to the other
He
side.
fell for the.
Yep.
So they had Brown in motion there and cover 0. This was a touchdown run for Lamar. Cover 0 and Leighton Etch. Name the Nash? Leighton Etch. And that was all his coverage right there.
Yeah, Leighton Vander Esch.
Lamar's going to keep this one, and he gets swallowed up by the Cowboys defense. It looks like he tried to pitch it there and just tuck it himself. Probably has more rushing yards than he does throwing, because he has 20 yards, 4 for 5, and a pick, and I think that rushing touchdown was more than 20 yards. So, you know what people say about Lamar? Statistically, so far, it's kind of true. 2nd and 9. 13:50 left here in the first half. Nightwolf says, ooh, streaming the Cowgirls. I know, but got nothing else to do. Play action. Jackson throws, slant route. Brown caught, but I think this is going to be shy. Maybe they give it to him here. I mean, this is right at the first down, but yeah, that was a good throw. He slung it in there in tight coverage. Yeah, it's 3rd and short here. 3rd and 1. What do you think they do here?
You like to see Lamar learning from his mistakes already. Last time he threw over the middle, he left it up high for Brown.
That one,
Brown's
he put it right in there.
Yeah, Brown's not a big receiver. He's not going to be able to go up and get it like a Julio Jones. You're going to have to put it right there where you catch it.
Is this a run here? I think it's a run. Up the gut, and he's going to break it out. Oh, my God, an amazing juke move to the Cowboys' 30-yard line. Gus Edwards out of everybody. Who did he just juke out of his shoes? Oh, my gosh. He just broke somebody's ankles. It was, what is this, just a little run to the left with the fullback blocking? Yep, beautiful hole there. A beautiful block by, I believe that's Patrick Ricard. Is that how you say his name? I believe it's Ricard, yeah. The fullback breaks out a freaking stylish juke move and takes it almost 5 yards away, 5 yards shy of the red zone. Look at that. 117 rushing yards for the Ravens, and they're not going to stop. They're going to give this one off for another gain of 4 here. And
why stop?
Why, exactly.
Getting whatever you want in the run game, 4 yards of play.
I 100% agree. Like, why stop? J.K. Dobbins there that time, and it doesn't matter how big of plays you have because you just have another running back to throw in there. Now goes Dobbins out, and here comes in Mark Ingram.
Yeah, everyone's fresh.
So, yeah, everyone has fresh legs, and I honestly like that a lot. It's always nice having like a Vikings team where it's cook. But at the same time, when you can have a team like this and you can always change somebody out and have fresh legs on the field, that's nice. What was that?
Getting whatever.
This one's the Ingram, right up the gut, and another Baltimore Ravens first down. I mean, they're doing whatever the heck they want around. And then here comes Ingram out, and another running back comes in, Gus Edwards. So, I mean, it's automatic. It seems like this is the game plan. So 1st and 10, they're probably going to run it again. I mean, honestly, why stop? Like you said. One receiver. Pistol formation. Another run up the gut. And another at least 3.5, maybe 4 yards. So 11 minutes going here in half. And I think the Cowboys see after this drive, okay, Baltimore's getting the rushing game going. This is why our offense has to make use and get as many points as possible on drives, even if it's only 3, because Baltimore, man, they can have these long drives, man. So, 2nd and 8.
Ravens' offensive line's looking really good. Their tackles and guards are getting up to the second level, getting a hand on those linebackers.
Jackson the pitch, and a beautiful tackle there by 28. And that's going to stop them at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8 here for Baltimore. You think they run it on 3rd and 8?
I don't think they run it, but you can see just based off that play that when they run it to the outside, it's usually getting shut down. When they run out the middle, they're breaking free. Those defensive tackles and defensive ends for the Ravens need to be able to take up blocks, take up a double block just to free up those linebackers, because without that, everyone's got a hat on a hat, and it just leaves one-on-one for the safety and their running back, and that running back's going to be able to juke them out 9 times out of 10.
So a big 3rd and 8 here. They're going to go 3 receivers and a tight end. Jackson steps back, pump fakes, throws over to the running back, and it's short. Don't like that play call personally. I mean, try to get a few yards for the field goal, but I mean, they're already at the 15-20 yard line. I'm 4th and 4. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Nice sidearm action by Lamar there to get it around lineman.
Yeah, I mean, a beautiful throw. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you didn't have a better play there. I mean, that was pretty conservative.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The runs up the middle were working the whole time down, and then you just kind of get away from it for 2 or 3 plays, and then you're settling for a field goal.
I mean, I would have rather ran it there. I'll take my chances. It's working. So, a 31-yard attempt here by Mr. Tucker. See if he can nail this one to tie it up. And this might, they throw a flag, it's up and it's good, but I think this one's going to come back again, and they're going to have to re-kick. The Cowboys are pointing at the Baltimore line, and it is. So this is going to back it up, and it's going to be a re-kick. Basically like a frozen timeout call there. We'll see if he has any problems this time around. I doubt it. I mean, if this was Randy Fat Bullock, he's probably bricking this one. But since it's Mr. Tucker, I doubt it. I mean, he's been solid for as long as I can remember watching football. Bengals, their kicking situation. Don't even get me started. 9 minutes remaining here at half. Justin Tucker's going to get another shot. This one from 36. And he missed it. I mean, he missed it by inches. So the offensive line gives up 3 points there. Wow.
Old.
I don't blame Justin Tucker. I mean, he nailed it down the first time. I know he missed his second kick, but if they don't draw off sides, if they don't jump early, they don't have to re-kick. So 10-7, Cowboys lead. And can the Cowboys be any luckier this game?
Yeah.
I mean, that is crazy.
Set the tone of the game here, Cowboys. Go ahead and punch it in the end zone again. Take it to the lead.
Exactly. Lamar's touchdown run was 37. Yeah. Every time I think about Zach Taylor, I want to personally pack his bags and send him back to LA. If he's not gone after the next season, it's going to be a long tenure for us fans. I told you my opinions and what I think realistically what's going to happen. But, Cowboys need to center up the defensive line, and backs hang outside. Interesting.
Just don't understand the play calling.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, you were going. Why do a 4-yard dump pass to the outside when they've stopped the outside the entire game so far? I literally, instead of doing that little play, I would have literally just tried running it up the gut again. Or drawn up a better play there. A little more aggressive. I mean, the Cowboys secondary, I think, has been the worst secondary in all football. Yeah. And how do you not? I mean, maybe I don't know. That's what happens. Try to settle for 3. At least as a Bengals fan, I know. Picking this year has been terrible for a lot of teams anyway. I really need a water. Crispy. The slow one. All right, Drake. Have a good night, man. I'll see you in the next one. I got my Bengals prediction and preview stream against the Dallas Cowboys coming up soon, so probably be doing that one over the next few days. Hey, shout out to George Boy too for joining the Discord. Appreciate you, George. Here we go. 1st and 10. Dalton throwing a little curl route by Cooper. He's gonna grab the first down. He's gonna get 11 there. So Cooper's gonna get his first shot tonight. I know if Donovan's still in here, I know he's happy with that. I think he has him on fantasy. I think. If you guys haven't already, go join the 513 Sports Discord. Link in the description. It's a free group chat where all we do is talk sports, especially Cincinnati sports, Bengal football. It's totally free. Over 70 people. This one's going to be picked off. I don't know if the ball hit the ground, but it was deflected by a defensive lineman, and a linebacker came. What is that, Patrick Queen? I don't know if that's Queen or not. It is. And he came in and just dolphin dived for the ball, and I believe he caught it. It looked like the ball hit the ground, though. We'll have to take a second look. I mean, his hands are like, it looked like they're under it.
Yeah.
Patrick Quinn, I was just talking about him earlier. Oh my gosh, I think he caught it. I don't think it ever touched the ground.
What a catch.
I mean, who deflected? I don't know who that is. Looks like the defensive tackle there, 98 Williams. He gets the deflection. The ball goes flying in the air, and Queen comes running in and scoops it up before it hits the turf. I mean, that's 2 deflected interceptions in this game early. One by both teams. So,
great field position. Ravens
oh,
here.
fantastic. Play action. Jackson looking deep. Finally, he has a wide open man. It's going to be 80 down the field. I don't know where the coverage is. And a 1-play touchdown here for the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be Miles Boykin, and that's just way too easy. Wow.
Lamar just lofts that over.
I mean, he was wide open. No coverage. And that's what I said. Why weren't they any more aggressive? This is the worst secondary in football. I don't know. It had to be a busted coverage, right?
He's not even covered.
I mean, he's wide open. And I feel like every Cowboys primetime game I unfortunately had to watch this season, I feel like multiple times I've just seen wide open coverages. And 1-play score there for the Ravens. So PAT up, and he makes this one. So 14-10 Ravens. And I mean, this game could be 17-10 right now with the made PAT or a field goal. But what a play by Patrick Queen. I mean, one of the best in the league. It's too easy. I mean, that's way too easy. What's up, LT? How you doing? Who's your buddy? This is Mason. He's going to sports broadcasting too in college, so
it's going on LT.
Joining. First guest ever on DCTV.
Making history out here.
Yeah. So, having a little fun. Cowboys defense is impossible to watch. I mean, it makes me feel more comfortable at the Bengals defensive play calling this season, honestly. I mean, as bad as I have hated the defensive play calling for the Bengals this year, there hasn't been too many plays where a guy is wide open. Usually it's just LaShawn Sims getting burnt down the field continuously game after game and no adjustments being made. But
that's what happens when you got an all-pro safety.
Yeah. So,
but something that won't be talked about that interception, though, is that left guard for the Cowboys. That's their responsibility to get those defensive linemen's hands down. When they get their hands up, you're supposed to hit them, make them come back down.
Yep, 100%. LT said, "What's up, Mason?" At least they're not the Cowboys. Bengals play the Cowboys on Sunday. You're right, LT. You're right. That's why I'm saying, like, It's crazy to think they're playing here on Tuesday night, and is it in Dallas or is it in Cincinnati? I believe it's in Cincinnati. I really do. I really think it's Cincinnati. So that's a 4 or 5 day stretch. Yeah, it's in Cincinnati. So I mean, that's a tough stretch here for the Cowboys. I mean, they get a day to rest and 2-3 days to practice. I mean, I feel like I say it week after week, but I mean, this week really the Bengals have a good shot of winning this game against the Cowboys. So, and it's Andy Dalton. Like, come on, they got to play tough against Andy. I mean, I'm gonna be really PO'd next. Like, if I have to stream for 4.5 hours Sunday and see Andy Dalton have 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just lights up the Bengals defense, I'll be really frustrated. You can finally watch it. Oh yeah, being in Texas, so that's cool. That's definitely cool. But it's in Cincinnati. But you'll still get the game, right? Because Dallas the close. Are you closer to Dallas or Houston? So if closer to Dallas, I would assume you get the Cowboys game. So you should get the Bengals game.
LT, you got to get hooked up with that Sunday ticket, man. Every Sunday, I got all the games. I'm go to school down in Bowling Green, right by Nashville. A lot of Titans fans down there. I get to watch those games.
Oh yeah, Titans, man, what a crazy year they've had. It's like big win, big loss.
Yeah.
Big win, big loss.
Start out 6-0, lose a. Basically, I mean,
lose to the Bengals.
Lose to the Bengals.
I know that was funny. I'm sure all the fans down there were.
It, man.
Oh, I'm sure that one was fun. Yep, I'll be able to get the game. Nice. So now you get to do what I do sometimes when I'm watching other streamers. I'll watch the game, but I'll turn down the commentary because a lot of these guys that actually commentate the games are pretty trash, in my opinion. Like, I don't think a lot of them are good. So I'll turn it off, and then I'll look up on YouTube, versus somebody, and I'll listen to the watch party. I like supporting the other streamers, and that's what I do. But here we go. Dalton under center. It's going to be a run to the right. Is that Elliott or no? I can't tell. Yeah. So Elliott back into the game. He gets to pick about 2 there. What did you think about the Cowboys getting Lamb? I know it was a big shock for a lot of people, them actually going after receiver with the already good receiver group. And, they had a lot of other positions, especially on the defense, to go after, and they get Lamb. What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are seeing what the Chiefs did in their Super Bowl run, and even the year before that they won it, their defense was subpar, but their offense kind of carried them through. This is a league that is really reliant on offenses, so if you have a star offense, you can pick up the slack for your defense.
So here's a throw to CeeDee Lamb. Almost got stripped there, but he's going to pick up about 15 yards in the first down. I like CeeDee Lamb. I think he's a great player. I think he's going to have a good future. Do I think he's better than T. Higgins? No. Do I think he's better than Justin Jefferson? No. Chase Claypool? Probably not. Henry Ruggs, I think you throw up there too when healthy. I mean, the receiver class was really good. I just don't know if that was the best overall pick they could have got, but I think he's a good player and I like him. So we got an end around toss here to Cooper. Like I said, the tricky playbook, and he's going to pick up the first here. What is that, an end around right there? Fake HB run, end around. And here we go. What I just say, that play calling is ridiculous. End around screens happens all the time. It's like the off-brand Andy Reid playbook. Just hasn't been as much successful. But, I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, you put a healthy Dak Prescott on this Cowboys team to say they don't make the playoffs in that division, I think I'd be really surprised. I mean, I know a lot of Cowboys fans are upset and, they cry. But as a Bengals fan and seeing Joe Burrow out, I really think Dallas would have had a good shot. Nonetheless, it's going to be to Elliott up for about a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 here with 6 minutes remaining. What's up, Jason? How you doing? It's good seeing you in the stream. I actually prefer listening to Drew. LOL, I'll watch, but I'll still be here. I appreciate that, LT. Appreciate it. I feel like I do pretty good play-by-play, and I'm realistic. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Like, I know, I feel like some of these guys have to do, but, keep it 100, so I appreciate it.
Dalton airs it out. Looking for Cooper.
How many yards out of bounds?
Way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. I don't know if he was feeling the pressure there or...
Look at the Yannick Ngakoue. Actually, that's what I had to feel like I had to watch for almost a decade. as a Bengals fan was seeing defenders laugh at Dalton in front of Dalton. You know what I mean? Like, when you see Burrow, players respect him. They dap him up. They have respect for him. Dalton throws it 15 yards out of bounds, and defensive players come over and they're laughing with him. Like, what was that, man? Come on. Like, they're always joking with them. They never took Dalton serious. And I felt like when Burrow was on the field, he was taken serious. 3rd and 7, they're going to go trips right here. Dalton looking, throwing. He has a man open. That's, I don't know. It's Brown, number 85. For the Cowboys' first down. I like that play call there. That was a really nice route. I mean, what was that? Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, they had to go inside, so it drawed a lot of attention. I like that play call a lot.
See the Ravens corners trying to keep everything in front of them.
I think that was Peters, Marcus Peters. Yep. It's weird he was guarding. I don't know if he was trying just guarding the outside there, but it's weird he'd be guarding him out of everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dalton under center. He's going to give this one to Pollard and nothing going. Tackle for loss there by big old 95. That, I think his name's Moose. I think it's what it is. Yannick Ngakoue, the Ravens brought him over from the Vikings. He was really dominant with the Vikings. I mean, when Hunter come back next year, Daniil Hunter, him and Ngakoue, those two, oh my gosh, those would have been really fun to watch. But Vikings flipped them to the Ravens, and I was like, oh man, that's a good move for the Ravens.
Blaise Campbell too.
Yeah, on that. Exactly. 2nd and 11, Dalton throwing over the middle. He has a man who's going to get another Cowboys first down. I mean, they're moving. That's going to be Gallup there, number 13 for a gain of about 13 there. I mean, they're looking pretty good. I mean, they're not being conservative. They're taking shots. It looks like Ravens are sending the blitz, and the offensive line's holding up fairly well.
Marlon Humphrey. Faster.
Yeah. Queen comes up. Yeah, Queen comes up for the tackle, but too late. Dalton, 11 for 14, a touchdown and a pick. 87 yards. Dalton's going to be under center again. I believe Pollard's still in the game. I mean, and he is, and they're going to give it to him. Nothing going. Big fee there for another TFL. And, you know, my point, where is Elliott? Like, if I'm a Cowboys fan and we just paid this running back, what was it, $100 million, $90 million contract? Yeah, the most in NFL history at the time. And then, you know, he's like getting 40% of the carries. I'd be pretty PO'd. I mean, we paid Mixon a lot of money, and, you know, he's been out with injuries, and that frustrates me, and he's injured. There's nothing he can do about it. Dalton, 2nd 11, taking a shot, and it looks like some miscommunication. I think he thought he was going deep, but what did he do? I think that was a curl route.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you know who that receiver was? Gallup?
Gallup again.
So, looks like he was going to Gallup there. He thought he was going deep, but Gallup, you know, was doing a curl route. So, another huge overthrow, just miscommunication by the Dallas offense. And Dalton has weapons, man, like Gallup and Cooper. That's a great receiver duo. Then you had CeeDee Lamb, and all those three are lined up in trips to the right here. And then they're going to put Tony out there. So empty set here. Quick screen to Tony. Out to the right. He's going to break it to the outside, and he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first. 3 minutes left here. The clock's going to stop as he was pushed out of bounds. It's going to be a 4th and 3. Let's see if they go for it. They will not.
Take the points when you can get them.
Yeah, they're going to send Greg the leg out there. Clock's actually going to keep ticking here, which is good for the Cowboys. What they want. So another field goal attempt in this game. It's going to be by Greg the leg. Out from 35 here.
Play clock winding down.
Yeah, they got to get this off. They didn't get it off. I think they had to call a timeout here. Nope, they're just going to... Don't. So instead of taking a timeout, I mean, you have 3 left. They don't take a timeout, and it's a delay of game, and they're going to have to back up. This is exactly how the Ravens missed a field goal. If that's me and we don't get set up in time, I'm taking a timeout there. I mean, you have 3. You have the best rushing team in the NFL. You're probably not going to get the ball back. Yeah, he's not. He does not happy. Big Mike. So Greg the Leg is going to back him up to 40. And it's up. It's no good. Did they not learn from what the Ravens did? The Ravens did the same thing. They had to delay a game, and then they kicked again, and they missed. Same thing with the Cowboys. A delay a game, they line up the kick, and they miss. It's why do you not take a timeout there, man? It blows my mind. Is it windy in Baltimore? Can somebody check to see if it's like a windy game or something? Because that ball, I mean, it looked like it. The wind caught it, but still.
Good hold too.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. It just same time, I don't know, but I mean, did they not just learn to see what happened? Wow. I just found you at this channel Sunday, and now I'm watching the game on mute while watching. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that.
Fat Randy.
Put Fat Randy in there, man. I mean, ooh, you might have to.
You can pay me a couple million to go out there and miss kicks.
I know. You guys see me put the helmet on every other week. So 1st and 10, they got 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So I would assume a run here because clock is gonna stop anyway. Why not? And that's what they're gonna do. Jackson's gonna keep this one, and he's gonna get a gain about 3 there before being pushed out of bounds. So 2-minute warning here. You have all 3 timeouts. I mean, you got to at least get 3 here because you get 3, you make it a 7-point ball game at half. Oh, man, dude, he did not look happy. Big Mike after the miss. Man, that's tough, man. Wind is only 9 miles per hour, so that's not crazy, right? Or is that crazy? I feel like that's not too crazy, right? Yeah.
Not some of these kickers aren't used.
So, yeah, I mean, that's tough. That's really tough. You just got to take a timeout there. You guys are in here right now. Smash that like button. The more likes, the more people that will be able to join the stream, the higher ranked the video will be. So smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. We're on the road to 2K. If you want to donate to the stream, you can donate as well. And then follow me on my socials as well. And then a new thing that I'm actually doing is I'm having members. So if you want to be a member, there's a link in the description, and you can be along with these awesome people and help support the channel even more. So appreciate the support, or appreciate all the support. Also join the 513 Sports Discord, link in the description, free group chat, talking sports all day. LT just put the link in there if you want to check it out. Phone's on 8%. Yes, sir. All time.
Yeah, I do not.
Yeah, man. I mean, the little bit we got to watch with Burrow, man, didn't it just give you hope?
Yeah.
I mean, he is something else. I mean, Burrow just gave me hope. No matter what he had around him, no matter the coaching staff, when he was on the field, I felt like the Bengals had a shot.
Yeah.
Every game. But probably besides the Baltimore game. But
yeah.
And that really wasn't his fault.
No, and that's what you want in a QB. Every time you go out there, you never know what's going to happen. You always have hope. Just think that he
something. And I couldn't say the same with Dalton. You know, I really couldn't. As much as I like Dalton, as much as he did for the Bengals, you know, he's a great guy. He's a good human being. I've always said he's a better human being than he is a football player. Like, he is really a good guy. He has a lot of charities. His family has done a lot of good stuff for the Cincinnati area in particular. But he's just not the best football player. Anyways, 2nd and 8 here for Lamar and the Ravens. Looks like I believe that's Dobbins in the backfield. They're going deep here over the middle of the field, and that has to be DPI. I mean, they were all over him. So this is going to take them to about the 50-yard line. They're going to their tight end there and stepping up for Mark Andrews, who's out today. Number 82. And, yeah, and, I mean, is that ball catchable, though? You know, I mean, that's definitely DPI. If they make it a little less obvious, you know, that's the one thing of that rule that gets me every time. Is it really catchable? And they're gonna give it to him because I think they were just way too over him. I mean, it looks like that's the safety in the corner there for Dallas. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, he hits him way before the ball even gets there. That's a bad play there by Woods. So a run here to Ingram to the outside. He has space. He's going to get to 30, the 25, 20 before pushed out of bounds. Excuse me, that's J.K. Dobbins. And a Baltimore first down. Just like that, they're in the red zone.
So many weapons on this Ravens offense. You never know what they're going to attack you
No.
with.
And that's just a little HB counter. Looks to the outside. Off to the races. Little stiff arm there. I mean, this is too easy. Jackson 70 yards and a touchdown throwing. And, I mean, here they are at 14 points, about to add more. Little screen toss to, I believe, Dobbins again. And Dallas is all over it this time around. A loss of about 1 there. Alden Smith, Lewis, and others back there to wrap them up. I think one thing that's interesting, Lamar Jackson, 1 incompletion. That 1 incompletion has to be an interception. Crazy. Time is ticking, though, and no timeouts have been used. I believe it said 1:10 here. 1:10 seconds, all 3 timeouts. They haven't used any yet. I would assume you take one after this play if they don't get out of bounds. Or an incompletion. 2nd and 11 here. I'm running it here and calling a timeout, but they're going to throw. And Jackson has to run outside the pocket and put some moves on some defenders. He's going to throw this one to Brown for a short gain. And he's going to get out of bounds to stop the clock, but he didn't get much. But, I mean, Jackson is just so fun to watch. The improvising he has. I mean, if I was a Baltimore Ravens fan, the play is never over on offense. Like, wouldn't you agree that most quarterbacks in the NFL, when the pocket collapses, it's like, all right, play's over.
Yeah, you got a good 3-4 quarterbacks that have the same ability to extend the play. Deshaun Watson,
I was about to say
Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Those are guys that are top tier in that category.
Hey, and I don't want to put Burrow up there yet. Sound like a cocky Bengals fan, but he was improvising a lot. Yeah,
that's what you have to do.
More than I saw with Dalton his whole career. So we got a flag here. They're rolling out right. They're gonna have the first by Brown if he has 2 feet in. But I think this one's coming back on a holding. They threw that flag early. I'm gonna grab you a water at half if you need a water.
Yeah, sure.
Throat's getting a little scratchy. What's up, Crosby? I see you changed the name in pain. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. What do you guys think of the game? It's a good game so far. I mean, Dallas is fighting, man. I mean, they're probably gonna give up some points here at half, which is unfortunate, and it's gonna hurt. But I mean, they're fighting.
What was the call on the flag?
I didn't. I'm sorry. But it's 4th and 7, so it had to be on the offense, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So 4th and 7, settle for 3. And boy, if he misses this one,
that would not look good.
Aaron says, "Go Steelers." Hey, what happened though? Washington.
True. Tyron, come on.
Hey, anytime you can preach on a team that gets a loss and you're still supporting, man, I got you respect. And you guys got 1 loss. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 17-14, Ravens are going to go ahead by 3 here with 46 seconds. So Cowboys still have 3 timeouts. Not a lot of time, but 3 timeouts. You can take a shot. CeeDee Lamb down the field. He's a quick guy. Aaron, how you doing, man? Good seeing you in here.
Long time to see.
No, but in all realness, like, if I was a Steelers fan, I wouldn't want to go undefeated. You know what I mean? Like, I would want to get that loss out the way before the playoffs, personally. And look, there couldn't have been a better team to give a W than Washington. A coach who just beat cancer, a player that has a quarterback that has a robotic leg. Like,
yeah,
it was literally a great team. It was, I would rather see Washington win than probably any other team besides the Bengals beat the Steelers this year. And if the Bengals were undefeated 11-0, I would want them to lose before the playoffs. Because I would just always have that fear, like, first round exit. But maybe that's just the feeling of a Bengals fan.
You see the picture after Alex Smith, center stepped on it.
Oh, was it the center?
Gushing blood, yes. Center stepped on him.
Dude, that guy can't catch a break, man.
No.
I got so much respect for him.
Comeback player of the year for sure.
Redhead, Dalton, baby. Red rifle. Red rocket. Funny. I've actually seen Dalton in person and talked to him. He's pretty cool. But my dad always thought it was funny because he's a redhead too. So people at his work always made fun of him. Like, oh, your cousin's out there? What's that mean? Am I?
With this?
Yeah.
No. It's tiring being tiring.
You're so funny, man. Hit me up sometime, Tyron. I know you, Zach, and Ethan, the freaking three-headed Steelers fans, and NKY, dude. Weren't you guys all together when the Steelers lost too? But you guys got a good team. The one game is going to be interesting is when you guys have to face the Browns. Boy, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Browns with a big win against the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, and look what Baker Mayfield did. Like, I'm not the biggest Baker Mayfield fan by, not a fan of him at all. But, I mean, he had a great game.
Without Odell, too.
And it sounds like Odell might not be a Brown when he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing better without him and kind of a locker room. So, not surprised to see that, especially with that organization.
Bengals could beat them Washington, or Bengals could beat them if Washington can. What? Oh, the Steelers. That's what you're talking about. I was so confused. Well, I think the biggest difference between the Bengals and Washington of why the Washington would have success and the Bengals wouldn't is the pass rush. I mean, that Chase Young and that 6 first-round picks they have in that front 7 or whatever crazy number it is. It's the complete opposite. They have a top 5 pass rush, and I think the Bengals are bottom 5 in them pass rush. So I think that's the biggest problem. They didn't give Big Ben time to throw, where the Bengals give him all day to throw. And what's he gonna do? He's a veteran, and he's gonna pick on the corners. So
also, the football team. They're playing for a playoff spot. The Bengals are playing for a top 3 draft pick. It's different situations for sure. Even though their records are very similar, they still have a chance to extend this season in January.
But the Bengals would have beat Washington if Burrow it didn't happen. I mean, they were winning when he got hurt, so they're gonna give this one to Elliott here, and he's gonna get a gain of 8. 4 seconds ran off the clock, but he gets out of bounds. So 36 seconds left. They're deep into their territory. They got 3 timeouts. You got to be careful taking a shot, though, because you don't want to turn the ball over and go down 2 possessions at half. So I believe that there was a flag on the kickoff and that pulled them back. That's why they just got to the 20. What is he a fan of? Who are you talking about, Krause? So 1st and 10 here for Dalton. 3 receivers wide. It's a bluff for Baltimore. Dalton throws it out to the left. CeeDee Lamb tries to put a move on Humphrey. Yeah, he wanted to go inside, though. So that's a bad spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that was about a yard or 2 shy there on a spot. I can't believe that. So he gets out of bounds, stops the clock. 2nd and 3. CeeDee Lamb on the reception. I still think it's a bad spot.
Yeah, he didn't do him any favors.
Yeah. You say 2nd and 3, but that's easy 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 seconds left here in the second. Dalton looking, throwing, firing, and he's going to get to their own 41. You got to take a timeout here. Yeah, take a timeout. Why are you running? So they're going to use the first here. That's a good play. So now you can take a shot, because if you take a shot, they're going to be deep into your territory anyway.
At least get a field goal.
Yeah. I mean, you need 10, 20, 30 yards here? Yeah, playmakers.
Who knows with the kicker?
He's talking about Mason. He's asking who you're a fan of.
So I grew up a Bengals fan. I'm from the Cincinnati area. Obviously, I said I go to school down in Bowling Green. A lot of Titans fans down there, and I got a writing job, writing for a site that covers the Titans. So kind of flip back and forth between the Bengals and the Titans.
Grew up in the Cincinnati area, Bengals fan, but what you're saying is you're with a lot of Titans fans and you're writing. Yep. So gotta do what you gotta do.
Follow them for sure.
My bad. This is Mason. He's joining me. I should have introduced him a little more. So here we go. We got about an 8-yard pickup here. Amari Cooper and They're going to call another timeout here? Is that what's going on? It's going to be a 9-yard reception. So right here with one timeout left, you got to be smart here. Because you got one timeout, so if you stay in bounds, that next play is going to have to be very, very careful. You got to pick up some yards here, nonetheless. Andy Dalton has thrown to 8 different receivers. That's good. Really spacing the ball out.
Appreciate it, LT.
Go Bengals. Man, we not even on a Bengals game. We're always going to have Bengals fan. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Crosby's been a day one. Oh, look at that. 2nd and 1 here for Dalton. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be picked off. So he tried to throw it to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb went down awkwardly. He's okay, but they gave a chance for Marlon Humphrey to go get that ball. But nonetheless, he didn't. 13 seconds left, 3rd and 1. That wasted about 5 seconds there.
Turf Monster makes an appearance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looks like he tripped up on the turf. And luckily he didn't get hurt because I know turf toe, man. When it gets those receivers, they go out for weeks with that turf toe.
Especially with as hard as they're cutting.
Yeah, I know that messes up guys. So 3 receivers to the left, the receiver to the right, Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. And yellow dirty laundry comes onto the field. You got any idea what it is?
Looking like a false start.
You're right. False start on the offense. So 3rd and 1 becomes a 3rd and 6. Amari Cooper, I didn't see it, but obviously they did. See here.
Yep, there.
Just that little movement, man. And today's defenses, what are they taught to do? Hey, him over there, 19. Like, that's literally what they get taught to do, man. You get no chance, no second chances. 3rd and 6. Dalton scrambling out to his left. Takes a shot, but throws deep, looking for pass interference. CeeDee Lamb isn't going to get it. Dalton took a shot there. So it looks like that was probably specifically made to get a DPI. I mean, that's almost what offenses do nowadays. I mean, but that's a good chance. That's a handful of jersey.
It's call there.
Yeah, I mean, 9 out of 10 times it's getting called. I mean, Cowboys should be in field goal range now. And once again, right here, is that a late hit? I mean, Ravens really get away with 2 penalties on this one play.
You can't wrap up receivers.
No. Wow.
Nice job by Dalton trying to make that throw.
Yeah, I mean, that's really 2. That could have been 2 penalties right there. So 7 seconds left, 4th and 6. The offense is still on the field, but if I had to guess, you're probably going to punt it here. Like, that's what I would at least put them in their territory, take a knee, and get out of here. But I mean, that has to be frustrating, man, because that was definitely DPI. Ravens really got lucky there. Live in Russellville, Ohio, Saints fan here. Oh my gosh. So, if you're a Saints fan, Drew Brees is most likely going to retire after this year. Who's the next guy up? Is it Taysom Hill? Is it Jason? Is it Jameis Winston, or who? As a Saints fan, what are you thinking? That should have been a flag, says Crosby. I agree. Singleton says, I gotta be a Bengals fan. I grew up with them and played football in their stadium.
That's dope.
Really cool. So, yeah, Baltimore is going to call a timeout this time.
Looks like they were making some last-minute substitutions there. Probably just didn't like what they threw out there on defense.
Yeah, I agree. And, I mean, why not? 7 seconds left. This was Adam Gase. He'd send the house.
Or Greg Williams, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Greg Williams. Didn't he get fired like a few hours?
Yep. Cover 0, QB spy on Derek Carr from his own 5.
Henry Ruggs, one of the fastest players in the NFL. 1-on-1.
And we'll give him 1-on-1.
And look at the Ravens. I mean, they got no defensive linemen here. So they have all day to throw. Dalton has all day to throw. No defensive lineman. He's throwing it in the end zone. Here we go. Lob ball in it.
Wow.
Somebody had their hands on it. CeeDee Lamb didn't bring it down, but boy, did he have a chance. And that's why you send at least 3, in my opinion. Dalton had all day to throw. CeeDee Lamb times it perfectly. It hits him in the hands and he drops it.
I don't know how I didn't catch that.
Oh my gosh, a beautiful throw by Andy Dalton. Probably the best of his career. I mean, what was that? 55-yard cannon throw in the end zone. Perfect. And CeeDee Lamb dropped it.
Wow.
Oh, man. He's going to want that one back. So that's the score at half. 17-10. Baltimore's up. But this is still anybody's game, honestly. It doesn't feel like Baltimore's just walking away with it, at least as of now.
No, a couple of big plays go your way and right back on top if you're the Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree. You would say Taysom Hill? Really? So you think he really could be, I know a lot of people have been doubting him, saying, he's just a runner or whatever, but I like Taysom Hill. He's interesting. And you guys paid him a lot of money, a good amount of money just to be a gadget player. So, and it seems like Sean Payton knows what he's doing, I mean, he's one of the masterminds. And it seems like he picked him from day one. He said, no, he's our guy. Jameis Winston isn't. Which has to be really interesting in Jameis Winston's position to come over there and, he has to think he's QB2 and then he actually gets a chance and it's like, nope. That's be a little frustrating.
Jason, I also saw a stat where Sean Payton is 5-0 with Drew backup. What do you
Crazy. Yeah, because is that including last season too?
Yep.
Last season with Teddy B and then this season as well. That's crazy. I'm seeing Tony in here. Tony's usually showing out. Oh. Another person, shout out to Clips for joining the Discord. We're over 70 plus people in the Discord, so that's what's up. Go grab your water if you wanna. All right, I'll be back. Yeah.
Sure. Orange. Yellow's the best Gatorade flavor. You guys can't tell me anything different. So halftime thoughts. What's everyone thinking going into the second half? The Ravens going to pull away with it, or Cowboys going to keep it close? Crazy, still crazy seeing Dalton in a different jersey. Like to see the play calling get a little more aggressive for the Cowboys going into the second half here. Hopefully that defensive line will pick it up. Ravens just need to keep doing what they're doing, running up the middle. It's working for them. Opening up one-on-one coverage with their receivers, leaving them wide open. Cowboys are going to make mistakes throughout this game. That's what they do this season. So you just got to let that happen and capitalize on them.
Right. Well, man, if Des Bryant did test positive, he probably can't play the Sunday, right? If Baltimore plays Sunday, if Dallas does, why wouldn't Baltimore? Unless they're on the bye.
I mean, yes, unless it was a false positive, something like that.
That's probably the only way. I'm still so frustrated that I hit 1800 and they took it away.
That's annoying.
So hard to grow, then you grow, then they take it away. So, with that being said, who do you think let me go ahead and rephrase that. With you listening or watching this game so far, who do you think is going to take this one away? Do you think Baltimore is going to hang on to it, or you think Dallas is gonna bring the comeback and the upset today's game? Personally, I think, I mean, it's really gonna be hard for Dallas to win this game. They got to make those plays, those big plays down the field that are unlikely to happen. It needs to happen for them to win. And Baltimore, I think they're set up perfectly to win. You're going up against the worst defense in the league, and they haven't stopped the rushing game all game long. What does rushing the ball do? It milks the clock. So, I mean, if I'm Baltimore, I'm probably not throwing a single time the rest of the game, sarcastically, but I'm going rush heavy out of, who got the ball first? Remember? I don't remember because I was setting it all up. Anyway, I'm coming out. I'm coming out the half.
The Cowboys got it first because they went up 3.
Yeah, so I'm coming out the half, and I'm just running it down the throat, pounding the rock. I think the greater chance is Baltimore's winning this because they need to win this. They cannot afford to lose this.
Yep.
I mean, if they lose this, they're probably not in the playoffs. Let's be honest. I mean, the Browns, I think, have 9 wins now.
Yep.
So, and then the 11-win Steelers. So, I was about to say the undefeated, but the 11-win Steelers. So, I think they have to win this. So, I think realistically, Baltimore's is going to win, but I still think Dallas has a chance. What you?
A lot of things got to go right for Dallas to win. They got to limit those big plays, which is tough. But I think the Ravens are in a good spot here. Keep doing.
Breeze will be back to play Kansas City. Can't wait to see Kansas City get their butts kicked. I don't know about that, big man.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know about that, Jason. I think it's going to be a good game. I really do. Saints defense has looked fantastic, but Patrick Mahomes is a different breed. So I think it'll be a good game. I think Kansas City's going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a good game at the end of the day. I mean, who would you get? Who would you got?
You can't bet against the Chiefs. You can't bet
it's
against
so hard
Patrick
to
Mahomes.
Exactly. I 100% agree. And it's when like all these Steelers fans have been coming into my stream to give me crap about me always picking Kansas City over them.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't want to say the most overrated undefeated team ever because you're still undefeated, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But to not pick the Chiefs, man, it's tough. I mean, they're the defending Super Bowl champs for a reason.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes. A generational talent.
Exactly, I agree.
Can't say anything about him that has.
Now at this point in the Bengals game day stream, instead of 12, there'd be about 112. And this is, were you in the last stream when I was saying like B or the B for Bengals, D for Dolphins, and the cat would spam it up? I do that. I do the WhoDey. I do like a whole bunch of spams. It's a lot of fun. And this number is usually 111 because I don't have anybody on Facebook because my Facebook is linked up to some Bengals stuff. So
Oh, really?
the number you see on YouTube usually that isn't the right number because it counts for the YouTube and Facebook. So I have the multi-stream. So on my game day stream, it might say only 75 people on YouTube, but I could also have 75 people on Facebook. Because sometimes in the stream I'll say like there's 180 people in here live, and somebody there'll be that one person that'd be like, I only see 90.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to explain.
Yeah.
I'm multi-streaming. That last stream, that stream after Burrow. So that Washington stream was, regular. That following stream against the Giants wasn't good. I thought it was because Burrow's done. A lot of Bengals fans aren't gonna watch anymore. But that Dolphins stream, that like 6K views, so it bounced back up. And the donations were crazy. The donations have been ridiculous.
I saw that.
Like that Tony guy is crazy. All those people have, all the members have. Drake, he's the recent donator. People have been crazy. And who's the guy that donated 50 in the last stream? Forget his name. I don't know his name, but if you're in here, say what's up. That was super clutch and so nice for you to do that. That looks delicious. Man, imagine if we had Donovan on here. Hey, Boogie got arrested. Crazy.
It was.
What the heck? You see this? You know those things in the field that look like corn dogs?
Yeah. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. All right, come on, man. See, like, what are we watching, dude? Come on, dude. What is it, Camp Ernst? Earl Ackerman.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got some people in here, so say what's up in the chat if you haven't already. Oh, I saw this. See how he got fired for what he said about
Yeah.
the gays, and then he gets a job in Puerto Rico. Crazy.
I just can't believe, bro, when he was doing his apology, he like stopped in the middle and said home run Castellanos.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you?
Everyone makes mistakes, man. And it has to be hard to be a broadcaster for
Yeah.
decades and have one slip up. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, man. But it was just like, it was been a bad time when
Yeah.
he said it. I hate to say it, but if he would have said that a few decades ago,
Oh, yeah.
it probably would have just been looked
Yeah.
over. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, it wasn't right. So if you're in a stream, say what's up. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Hit the sub button. Become the first subscriber of today's stream, which is crazy. We haven't had one yet. So hit the sub button, and you'll have a Bengals GIF. I'd appreciate it. Be getting back here, the third here in a little bit. See, it's slow right now, but man, every other halftime show when there's 50 plus to 250 people, dude, it's insane. Like, I feel like halftime goes by so fast. I'm just reading the chat. And
Yeah.
the chat is just always freaking popping about some
Yeah.
random stuff, dude. It's so funny. It's so crazy. Like, honestly, I'm so happy I did game day streams because game day streams are so fun. Like, it's kind of miserable watching the Bengals lose and lose and lose.
The way
But
they are,
but the
yeah.
way that like we do it in the live watch party with hundreds live watching the game together, it's just so entertaining and so fun. I enjoy it so much. I can't believe they got away with that DPI here. And I mean, you can call this late hit too, or that late hit on that play.
Yeah.
Cowboys could win if Ravens don't fix it, and they do. I mean, yeah, that's adjustments is a big part of the game, and that's something Bengals lackluster. They've lackluster the past 2 seasons as Zach Taylor head coach. I feel like coming out of the locker room, the other team makes a tremendous amount of adjustments, and the Bengals come out flat in the second half. Why do you think what I saw? So he has an unbelievable stats of games lost within one possession. It's like an unbelievable stat. I mean, nothing beats the 4-21-1 or whatever it is
Yeah.
stat, but it's crazy the amount of one possession losses the Bengals have suffered because of poor second half adjustments. Or just being simply outcoached, in my opinion. But Ravens are going to receive here. It might be a little windy
Yeah, wind's
because
picking up.
wind might be picking up because the ball has fallen off the tee a few times here. And he might just put it on its side if it falls again, or I think somebody's going to have to come hold it for him. I think they have shortened half times recently. I mean, I don't know. I honestly think it's just because the stream. Like, there's so much going on in the stream that halftimes just go by. Because I feel like before I was stream the games, that halftimes were forever. But so here we go. This one's going to be returned by number 13 for the Ravens, and he's going to get a good return, and he's going to get to the 33. Not sure who that was there, but Aaron Andrews. Nice. He's been doing this thing since shoot. And I can remember watching football.
Her and going
Oh,
CBS, like
I know you don't know. Can't think of the name. So 14:54 here, first play of the second half. Lamar Jackson what do we got going? 2 receivers out. They're going to start with the rush and a good pounding round here for a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards. It's Gus Edwards. Not a lot of Mark Ingram. Gonna be quite honest. I think he's battled some injuries this year, so I understand the limited amount of attempts, but it's really Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins tonight. A few times Ingram's has got in there and made a big play, but for majority of the time, we haven't seen much of him. So here we go, Jackson. You're going trips to the right here. Going to be a screen pass to 13. He's going to get maybe a gain of 2, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and medium here. How do you say that?
That guy's name?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Dubonway. It's going to be 13 again. If there's any Ravens fans, please put how you say his name in the chat, because I know that's all game long the Dolphins fans were putting Mike Krzyzewski.
Oh, really?
Mike Krzyzewski. They were like trying to spell it out for me because I kept butchering it. It was funny. Winds is at 12 miles per hour right now, so it is picking up. Looks like it. Receiver in motion here. 3rd and 4. This is big here. Cowboys come out and get a stop. This would be huge. Okay, we got a freeze frame here. It's overthrown and almost picked off through the hands of number 23, Thompson. And Ravens have to punt. Lamar was through his 2nd pick of the game. I think it was an overthrow.
Yeah. It's tough to see with that freeze, but
yeah. Check it out again here. He's scanning the field. His man is wide open. That was a good look of the shot there. He literally panned away as soon as we got a look. So nonetheless, I think it's an overthrow by Lamar Jackson. They got to punt this one away. Almost blocked. CeeDee Lamb's going to fall forward and take the diving catch. But there is some yellow dirty laundry here. We're going to see whose it's on. Good punt there. See that? Tua Tagovailoa. I know. Tagovailoa. Look, I'll say this. I'm a human. I make mistakes. And you don't know how hard it is to stream for 4.5 to 5 hours straight being the only person talking. It's different when you have a buddy and like you can rest and you can talk and you can relax.
Other, yeah.
But when I'm by myself, and I love it. I love being by myself. Like I just feel like it makes me better for what I want to do in the future.
Yeah.
I love doing this too. But when you're by yourself for 4.5 hours plus, talking the entire time, even halftime I talk, pregame I talk, postgame, halftime, during the game, a play-by-play, every single play. I butcher some words, and it happens.
Makes you respect those so well.
Tugu Valeu. Definitely Tagovailoa, right? Is that what I was saying? Tagovailoa?
Yeah.
There's no way that's how you say it.
Is it Loa? Is it?
It has to be Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa?
I swear it's Leia. Hey, not hating at all. I know you're not hating. I'm just saying, like, it's so hard. I guess your tongue gets caught up. Like, I know it's weird to say, but like tongue-tied, it's a real thing when you talk for that long. And I honestly feel like that's why these announcers, there's always at least 2. Because doing it for 4 hours straight, man, is tough. Yes, it is. I've heard him say it himself. But like is he like pronouncing it on video or something? I mean, they weren't correcting me on it, so I feel like I was saying it good enough to where they weren't trying to correct me. Because usually, if you like butcher a name, the other team will be like, "Yo, yo, yo." That's why he's saying like what they were doing with the tight end, but they didn't say anything. So
I feel like people definitely get a pass with Tua. I remember that Rick Ross video of him and he his last name.
I feel like Tua Tagovailoa like is it very smooth. Like I feel like Tua Tagovailoa. Oh, dude.
Why'd you say that?
It was, dude, when I said that, oh my god, dude. It was like 2 or 3 what stream was that, LT? We were popping. There was a lot of people in here, and I was hyped up. I think the Bengals just scored a big touchdown,
Really?
and I was like, everyone in here, make sure you hit that like. I looked at the hit that like button.
Yeah.
I said, hit that. In the chat, bro, I knew I freaked up, dude. I knew I messed up big time. Like I was just praying that nobody would catch it. And I see the chat. The chat's like, "What did he just say?" And they're just spamming. I'm like, "Oh, it's so embarrassing."
It's hilarious.
So they're gonna give this one to Ezekiel Elliott here on first down. He's gonna pick up the first. I honestly thought LT. I think you were the first one to say something. Now I was really hoping you wouldn't have said something. Next time if I say something like that, please only put it in the Discord and not the chat. Because when one person says something in the chat, everyone was like, "Oh my god, what did he just say?" And everyone just started going crazy in the chat. They're like, "What?" And I was like, I was really hoping nobody heard that. I don't know I was thinking about. Like, that's crazy. 1st and 10 from the 48 of the Ravens here. A give and go to Zeke for a pickup of about 3.5 here. Getting down the field pretty effectively, though.
Yeah.
No, you're good, LT. If I was listening to somebody commentate a game, he said that, I probably would comment something too. Like, what the heck did he just say? But, I mean, there was at least 100 people in the stream, dude.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, what the hell did he just say? It was so
hilarious.
embarrassing. My face got so red. You
Really?
could just tell my face got so red. But I tried to play it off. So 5 receivers out here, empty set for Dalton. Steps back midfield. Has some time. Grambling, don't know what he's doing. He's going to scram out to his right here. He's going to throw. He has a man.
Dart.
Yeah, that was a good throw. Going to be a gain of about 5, though. Not too much. And a 3rd and medium here for Dalton.
Gotta be on the
It's going to be. Just wait. So Andy Dalton improvising. Looking good, looking good. So here we go here. 3rd and 3. What do you do? Do you run it off to Zeke or trips to left? What are you
3rd and
doing?
3.
They are going to run it. Oh, okay, it's Tony Pollard. Pollard. And it's a Cowboys first down here. Like that? You like the play call? Just a quick
You gotta
run?
do what you gotta do to get the first down if it works.
But here's my question. They ran it with Tony and not Zeke.
Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe that changed the defense eyes a little bit? Maybe if Zeke's in there, maybe they're thinking run?
I think one of the biggest things for the Cowboys right now is that Tony Pollard is such a better pass blocker than Zeke. When Zeke's in, you know he's running. You know that you're.
They didn't get it.
get
They
it.
brought it back. 4th and 1. And it's QB sneak, and Dalton got it. He got it in about
Oh,
5-yard
wow.
gain there. Look at Dalton fighting for it,
Nice.
man. The red rifle. So they, after saying he got the first, they brought it back. So 4th and 1. They QB sneaking, and Dalton gains about 6. He just ran. I mean, a good job by that offensive front there.
Yep. Nice job by Tony Pollard to also get.
Came
there
in and pushed behind
Yep.
him. Yep. I feel like that's almost what they teach these running backs to do on QB sneaks nowadays. To get up there and push the quarterback forward instead of just sit. I feel like before they just kind of sat back there
Yep.
and watch, but
It's becoming utilized so much more.
1st and 10 here. Dalton on their center is going to run it to the outside. That's Tony, and he gets a gain of about 2 there. Sticking with them, man. I mean, I don't know how as a Cowboys fan, I don't know how I would feel. Like,
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're not subbing him more. At least it's like 90% Pollard.
it's at least 75-20. At least. So, what is that? 6 or 5 receivers out? I thought that was a 6 receiver. But 5 receivers out, empty set on the Ravens 36. Dalton
pick play.
has all day. Finally, we got a defender. It's Calais Campbell who steps out. Good blocking from the offensive line. A little duck throw to nobody. The Ravens coach catches it on the sideline. That was good blocking. I mean, there was Calais Campbell got back there, but besides that, I mean, he had time to throw. We'll see if he just missed the read here. Cooper,
Yep.
wide open. He had it there.
His
Yep.
first read there was on the right side. Tony Pollard set a pick for that receiver over there, and I think once he missed it, then
Right there. And that's when he was getting under pressure.
Yeah, Calais Campbell, 6'9",
Man,
almost 300
almost had it.
pounds.
So a big 3rd and 8 here for Dallas. This is huge. They're 2 for 7 on tonight for 3rd down conversions. If you don't get this here, you can settle for a long field goal. Trips to the left once again. 3rd and 8. Dalton looking deep. He has a man, and it's just overthrown to Gallup. Boy, have I seen that many times. Where, you really get a shot, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like one because it's just overthrown. But you don't turn the ball over. You don't risk an interception. 4th and 8, you send the field goal unit out there. Greg DeLeg, I know he missed, but he's still one of the best.
Like Scott.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gallup's been his guy. And really, CeeDee Lamb, too. He's gone to CeeDee Lamb a couple times. But definitely Gallup, I think, is his first option right now. So this one's from 53. It's shanked. Again. Man, if this was the Bengals right now, I'd be going berserk. I really wouldn't be shocked. So from 53, Greg DeLeg, wide left. And if I'm the Cowboys, if I'm about 45 yards or out, I'm probably not settling for 3 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 miles per hour wins or not, but it's obviously in his head right now. I was about to say in his leg, but I think at that point, it's a mental standpoint. And honestly, I wish growing up I would have been a kicker because I feel like only kickers can understand the mindset of the mental standpoint of a kicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like other people and other position players can try to comprehend and understand what they go through, but I feel like you truly have to be a kicker. That's why I like Pat McAfee when he explains it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he actually knows. I don't know. I feel like growing up, you never want to be a kicker. You always want to be the quarterback, the running back, the receiver. But man, looking back at it, I really wish I would have punted or kicked in high school, because just to imagine what goes through their mind. Because you know what they say? They always say it's a mental game.
Yep.
So.
And I have a short memory after those misses. Jason, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Chiefs for me. I'd like to see the Packers come out of the NFC. I want to see Aaron Rodgers versus Pat Mahomes.
Oh, man. That would be a shootout. I definitely think Chiefs come out the AFC. I mean, it's really hard to say they don't. NFC, Packers. A few weeks ago, I would have been saying Seahawks, but I mean, they've really been struggling as of late. A few weeks ago, my sleeper team was the Cardinals and Kyle Murray, but they kind of fell off a cliff too.
Yep. Rams take advantage.
Honestly, I like Sean McVay and the Rams. I really don't like Jared Goff that much, but I think McVay, knows what he has and he's realistic and put together a good game plan for him. So I really like the Rams too. I mean, they already made one Super Bowl. A lot of people thought they wouldn't.
The thing is, too, this year, like, we could be going into the AFC Championship and Patrick Mahomes as positive for the Chiefs. So you never know.
And and that's a great point because some people think it's crazy week to week if somebody goes out. Like you said, if it's AFC, people are gonna riot.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna go crazy.
Yep.
So, if whatever you think about COVID and the mask thing, like if you're pro mask or not, I know it's like a 98 survival rate or whatever, but at the same time, I love seeing these players on the sideline wearing masks as soon as they take their helmet off because they know at this point, there's 4 weeks left in the season. Every game counts, and you somehow test positive, man, there goes your game. So
not only that, but all these kids and stuff watching these.
Yeah, no, I agree too. Exactly. So Mark Ingram gets us behind the shine, and it's pretty dull. Only a gain of 2. As dull as that freaking visor, man. That's the limo tent visor, dude. I don't even know how he sees through that. Especially at night.
Another fun dude, Lamar in college. That was fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Louisville.
Yep.
Louisville.
Running over everybody.
Living in Northern Kentucky in the Cincinnati Tri-State, seeing him in Louisville, I remember watching games. I remember watching Teddy Bridgewater, too.
Yep.
Louisville, two-glove Teddy. A lot of UC guys, Travis Kelce. He was a little bit, I was super young, but him being a Bearcat. Rudolph, yeah, out of Elder. Still one of my favorite players of all time, and I really wish the Bengals would have traded for him when CJ Uzomah went down, because Drew Sample is not it.
That's a
Zach Taylor bust.
Yeah.
But it's not that I don't like Drew Sample. He just shouldn't have been chosen that high. If we get him 4th round pick, hey, I'm okay with the production he has. But yeah. But yeah,
especially the money wrapped up in where these guys are taken to get taken on
like
making
4
bank.
years
Yeah.
plus the 5th. If you accept, that's like John Ross is what the Bengals did. They denied that
Yeah.
5th because it was an automatic like what, like around 8 to 10 million at
Yeah,
least.
just
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, Super Bowl. I definitely see the Chiefs coming out the AFC. Um, I think it'd be really cool to see the Patriots in the playoffs, not the Super Bowl, but if they can somehow get in there, seeing Bill Belichick's creative mind, he's not going down without a fight. We obviously see that with Cam Newton throw 70 yards a game and somehow still winning. I think it's crazy, but
Titans pick it up. You never know. They made a
Titans,
run last year. Mike Vrabel's one of the best coaches
yeah, he's great.
out of.
And I think the Colts are really desperate, coming out of that same division. I think Phillip Rivers, the time's the time's ticking, man. I mean, he doesn't have much longer in that career.
Yeah.
So they got a fantastic offensive line, probably the best offensive line in the league. I think if they have to meet each other in the wild card or whatever it is, that's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fight going on the stretch for they're both.
I think in the Bengals' own division, the Browns versus or not. At this point, it's not looking like the Ravens, even though a month ago everyone's like Browns aren't making it. It's going to be Ravens, and even I thought Ravens and Pittsburgh, but I mean that's just what happens when you have this good of a division in football, man. That's not good. Ravens 2nd and 8 for the Ravens here. Lamar's going to get a keeper here and gain about a yard or two.
Defensively, what can you really do? I mean, go at Lamar, he pitches it out. You go at the running back, or keeps it. Tough decision. You got to make so quick defense.
What is Burrow's contract exactly? It's like 4 years, 40 something, I think. 38. It's like 4 years, 30 or 40, I believe. And then he has a 5th year option, which the Bengals probably will pick up if he's not re-signed by. So 3rd and 6 for Baltimore. They're going empty set here. A man in motion. Scrambling out the pocket. He's going to step up, take off, use his legs, and he has some defenders, but he's going to reach that ball, and I believe he got that first.
One thing I really like that Lamar does whenever he gets into scramble mode is that pump fake that he throws at the very end across the line. Just keeps the defense guessing.
It buys him so much time, too. Because if they're jumping in the air, he knows he can go past them. Or if he doesn't, they're going to be waiting for him. I mean, even if they don't fall for it and jump, it freezes them.
Yep.
So it stops. Fast. Yeah, it stops their momentum. So even if they're gonna hit them, they slow down at least a little bit on the hit. So 1st and 10 for Lamar. He's gonna hand this one off to. That was a big boy hit there by Gus Edwards, and boy is he just a powerful runner, man. Or is that Dobbins? Man, I can't even tell between the two, but I didn't know Dobbins had that much power. That really looked like Gus Edwards. I believe he's more of a power back, but that was Dobbins.
Yeah, the Ravens definitely have a type of running back they like to go at, man. Guys that just right through.
That's what Dobbins did there. He lowered the shoulder, man. Lamar trying to get going again after that 30-yard, basically walk into the end zone. They've slowed him down a little bit. That's what he has running backs for. A beautiful spin move by J.K. Dobbins to get the first there on 2nd and 4. Dobbins is good, man. And what is the contract Ingram and Edwards is on? Are they both signed? Because he's going to be on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
Somebody has to go.
I think someone said it in the chat earlier. Ingram's age will obviously be a factor, and if nothing else, he's a locker room guy, so he'll get whether it is by the Ravens.
He'll go somewhere if he doesn't stay there, for sure. 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. Going to hand this one off to Dobbins again. Another 4.5, maybe 5 yards there. Allen Smith on the tackle. I mean, if you talk about Cowboys and them paying guys, I mean, look at Alden Smith and the huge contract he got. Was it Alden Smith that got the huge contract, or was it it was the other Smith linebacker?
What's his first name?
Was it Jalen Smith?
I think it was him.
Yeah, like a year ago, like last year. Like hasn't really done a lot since then. Cowboys just handing out that cash flow. Lamar play action, and that was just bad throw. He threw it to Brown there. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the ball low, learning his lesson like you said earlier. But that was too low, a little behind him.
Really likes throwing over the middle.
Yeah, that little slant route.
Yeah, lining him up a lot. I think the biggest key here too is what John Harbaugh's trying to do offensively. Get Brown lined up against these linebackers because they're not going to be able to keep up with them.
3rd and 5. Here we go. And wow, I think this is coming back. Ball start on the offense. So what was a 3rd and manageable is going to go to a 3rd and long. That's on Justice Hill. I think running back number 4. So I think you question, why is he in the game? You know what I mean? So it looks like Lamar had a visor on too earlier in the game. They actually took it out. It was fogging up. Interesting. So 3rd and long. Pressure. He's going to invade it. He's going to have to run. He's going to get it. Lamar. 15, unbelievable on his feet. 15. That's 15 yards easy. I think he knew he was taking off there. Because, I mean, he stepped back and it was gone. I mean, could he even have enough time to survey the field? I mean, everyone looks covered, so maybe he did get a look there. He definitely got a look there. I mean, that looked like great coverage, though. If there's one thing for the Cowboys, coverage hasn't been terrible besides that one breakdown they had.
Great job throughout the whole game by the Ravens offensive line. When those DNs are beating them off the line, they're not letting the pocket collapse. They're just pushing them upfield, and that gives Jackson more time to improvise.
Oh my gosh, he's going deep here in the back of the end zone, and what a catch. Hollywood Brown there. And that was one-on-one. He burnt the cornerback there, Robinson, Marquise Brown. And that was a beautiful throw by Jackson. What was that, a throw on the run? And just wow. I mean, that is the perfect pass. Toe drag swag. Wow. A beautiful play. Jackson was in the pocket. Knows he doesn't like staying in there. So what's he do? For no reason, he runs to the outside, throw on the run. It looks like 26. I mean, that looks like a burnt coverage again. I mean, it looks like the safety maybe should have been back there. I don't know.
That is a gorgeous route by Brown there, too.
I mean, he put the brakes on him. He acted like he did a crow route and then faded out to the corner of the end zone. Beautiful play call. Yeah, beautiful play call and good effectiveness. And this is what the Ravens needed. They're going to go up 2 possessions here. All they have to do is run the ball the rest of the game. This really puts Dallas in an awkward position. This is not, they really need to come out and get some points on the board because this was the last thing they needed. Awaiting the PAT, you got to watch these now. They've already missed so many, but this one, I don't even know if it could be more perfect than that. Center. I mean, that was dead center, man. So here we go, 24, is it 24-10? Yep. 24-10 Baltimore. They need this win, so I'm not surprised. Good Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa.
Let's call him Tua.
Yeah, Tua. Double T.
Yeah.
That's why I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
can't really butcher that.
That's easy to say.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
You got Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Doesn't give you more.
Yeah.
Joe and Joe. It doesn't get much more basic than that, honestly. Joe and Joe. T. Higgins, AJ Green, Jonah Williams, Michael Jordan, Jesse Bates, Logan Wilson, Carl Lawson. I mean, they're all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest name as a Bengals player is probably TJ Hughes-Manzada.
Yeah.
Hughes-Manzada probably has to be the craziest. Or uh, what was it, Pecco? But it was like, what was his first name? Started with a D.
Yeah, it's like
Dominato.
yeah, some
I know it's Pecco,
yeah.
but he had a interesting first name. So I watched I forgot what I was watching yesterday or the day before, and it was about Debo Samuel. Did you know that's not even his real name? Debo.
Really?
It was a nickname he got in like junior high from uh that one movie where Debo is the can't think of what's the movie called? But Debo is like the mean bully, and so that was his name. I thought that was his real name. Not. It starts with a T. Yeah, it's like Tyrese, something like that. But I thought that was interesting. Sorry. Okay. Chad Ochocinco. I mean, yeah, I guess.
A weird, different name, sure, but
Because you go from Johnson to Ochocinco.
yeah.
I would say Oncho. Oncho.
Show.
But then I took Spanish. Ocho. 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 Yeah. But I mean, he's too good looking to like mispronounce. I mean, that smile from Chad Johnson is. Look at this smile. And look at that smile. That was when he was Chad Johnson.
Got a girl.
Huh? Yeah. It's like a gold tooth.
Really?
All right, so they're going to return this one out to about the 20-ish yard line. Really need a good return there. Something's got to happen. 4 minutes left in the third. You know, it seems like a lot of time left in the fourth quarter, but I just don't trust the clock because you're going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Did Prescott already have his surgery? Oh, yeah, he had his surgery like right away. Hopefully he can return next year, man. Yeah. I told you. That's why I'm getting that one for Christmas,
Really?
dude. Yeah. So a little run there to the right. It's going to be Zeke for a gain of about 3 there. Interesting. So they went heavy for Zeke on first quarter. Went Tony second, Tony third. With 4 minutes left in third, we see Zeke again. It's like they're playing by quarters almost. So Dallas is going to throw an empty set here. Ravens showing blitz. They send 4. And that's to Elliott. He's going to get the reception there. Marcus Peters is going to push him out short of the first down. It's going to be about 3rd and 1.5 yards. What do you do here?
Bring Tony Pollard back in. Just hand it off. Let him get the card. It's been part of the league. I don't know. All in.
So here we go. Yeah. 2 receivers to the left. Cooper in motion to the right.
A lot of people.
Yeah, Ravens showing
man coverage.
And they're going to give it to Zeke, you're right, and they get the first. Called it. That's twice now you called it on third. So they gave it to Zeke, and it's good for the first, and he comes right back out.
Kellen Moore, I'm available for hire, by the way.
Or at the Bengals, Zach Taylor he can just stick his head coach. You can take his OC position.
I'll call the plays.
Handle on team management, if that's good enough for him. Capable of doing
he's capable of doing that.
A receiver to the right, a receiver to the left. Dalton, play action. Marcus Peters goes flying, sending the blitz. He's going to have, I believe, Gallup. I get those two mixed up for some reason. Gallup for the first. A good play by Gallup right there. And that's Dalton's guy right now. I mean, that's his first target. I think almost every single play. He's looking Gallup's way, and he's trying to get it to him. And it's been pretty effective. Dalton, 18 for 27, 146, a touchdown in that deflection pick. Really got to get going here, though. 2:33 left here in the third. Got to get a big play here.
Score on it.
Looks like Baltimore didn't like how they were lined up there, so they're gonna blow their first time out in the half. Harbaugh doesn't look too happy about it, but so we're gonna take a timeout break here. 10:24 Baltimore, but Cowboys are putting together a drive here. Tiny Lester. I died laughing when he did that. What are we talking about? Oh, feed Elliott. That's what they did. That's what it's working. But at this point, Dalton's got a good play here. I mean, at this point, try to do what we did with Brandon Allen and Tyler Boyd. It was that little screen route, and he took it, 78, 85 yards or something like that to the house.
Housed it.
His longest play of the career. I mean, do that with CeeDee Lamb. Off to the races. I'd put Cooper in the end. I'd put Cooper or Cooper Gallup on the outside. Put CeeDee Lamb on the inside.
Yeah.
Do that screen. Why not? The shot. We've seen Dalton go deep. They're just like,
15.
yeah. Dalton's tried going deep, man. It's just the classic Dalton. Like, give you a chance, but not really give you a chance.
It's like he gets too excited when he sees. Airmail.
Yeah, I think he still thinks he has 6'6" prime AJ Green to just go moss anybody. Boy, would he be disappointed if he had him right now. Because what's AJ Green done this season? But what if AJ Green to Dallas?
What do you want in return?
Not trade. You don't have to, because he's probably gonna walk. Okay, so let me ask you that, because this is one thing a couple decent amount of Bengals fans are against me with. I think AJ's gonna walk this offseason. What do you think's gonna happen?
I mean, what was that one video where they caught him saying, like, man, just, like, let me go or whatever? Like,
and
just
have you seen his body language?
Yeah, I mean, that one when they threw the pick, it was targeting him and they threw the pick and he just stood there and let the, like, don't really out there. This weekend.
What?
Giants play.
Like, do you think AJ Green's returning?
I don't
if
think
so,
he comes back.
If he did come back, do the Bengals overpay?
I think I don't see him coming back, and I think some other team is gonna pay him.
That's what I think.
Because he will get paid. He just doesn't want to be in Cincinnati.
But a lot of
AJ Green, I don't feel like he's as connected to the Cincinnati community like Andy Dalton was. Packers.
In the right direction. So a little stop and go route by Cooper turns it into a curl route, and that's a first down. So good play call there.
That route's been working all day.
That's not the first time they've done that route. Quinn tight end, they're gonna put in motion here. Yeah. Play action. Dalton has to get rid of this one quick, and he's just gonna throw it out of there. Oh, and some after drama going on. I don't know what happened there. Looks like they're all good, though. I just tripped over each other. 2nd and 10 there. Ooh. I mean, besides that play, the offensive line for Dallas hasn't been terrible. I mean, this is a really good front seven for Baltimore. They have guys that make big plays. I mean, all you had to do was watch that Bengals game and you saw those guys. And Dallas have 2 or 3 undrafted rookies having to step up with all the injuries, and they haven't been bad.
Yeah, going back to that AJ Green thing too, you look at a great example of pretty much exactly what AJ Green's going through right now, and Amari Cooper with Raiders when they were in Oakland and LA, and just wasn't really happy being there, and then gets moved to Dallas and has the best season of his career last season. That's kind of the same thing that happened with AJ.
Yo, GG, Army vet, one of the members on the channel. What's up, man? How you doing? Good seeing you. Hope you like the new member scrolling thing I put. I know your name's on there. Appreciate you. They used to let Zeke go hard in the second half, then they changed it this year. I know, that's what I'm starting to notice. So Baltimore sending the blitz here, 3rd and 7. Oh my gosh, CeeDee Lamb, what a play. It was what was that, little curl slant route? I don't know what to call it, little slug route. Maybe a reception of 2, and then he turns it up for a 1st down. So beautiful play there by CeeDee Lamb. Dalton, very simple play type. Get it to your weapons and let them work. I mean, that seems like what Dallas is doing right now.
Good job by the Dallas receivers also moving south, not east
vertical.
to west.
Vertical. It just seems they're not doing crazy play calls. Just get it to your weapons and let them work.
Yeah.
I wish the Bengals would do more of this, honestly. So fake end around motion. Dalton looking deep and whoo.
Wow.
He was going to Ezekiel Elliott for about 15 yards in double coverage, and it's
Risky
incomplete, but that was risky.
Throw for sure.
Don't know what he saw there. That I mean, if he gets it past that linebacker,
that a little more.
But I just don't like how that's going to Elliott. I mean, he's been Butterfingers all season.
Also, you got to read that safety. That safety was trying to decide between whether covering that wheel or covering the go, and into the wheel as soon as Dalton threw.
So Tony P there on the carry for a gain of about 4 there. Gonna bring up a 3rd and Schmedium. Oh, that's what you were saying about Tiny Lester. You're talking about Debo. His real name is Tiny Lester. Yeah.
Wait, so on his birth certificate,
I don't know if it says Tiny Lester, but his name is like it might be Tiny Lester, but I know Lester was. I knew it started with an L. That's what I was wondering. What the heck you were talking about?
How did he get?
Samuel is his last name.
Oh, so it's Tiny Lester
I
Samuel.
think it's something crazy, dude. I don't remember exactly. Hell yeah, brother. Pretty clever, and thanks for the streams. I had to join. Others should do. Wait to see the Cowboys versus Cincy Sunday. Hey, man, you know I'll be here. I think the game's at 1, so I'll be live noon, 12:30-ish, and live the entire game, so I'm excited to see you there. We're just watching the Cowboys. Bengals play Cowboys in 5 days. Cowboys got to leave, pack up to Cincinnati right after this, and, just scheming them out. So going on from that, what do you think the Bengals are taking away from this to apply till Sunday?
Well, you got to be able to control the run. Don't let the run game get started there. Obviously, Bengals defense has been very solid this year, but you got to limit the run because the run opens the pass game. Tried to get the run going. Ballard and Elliott there every once in a while in the first half. They were getting a lot of reps. Got to limit that. That closes down the pass game.
Yeah, I think my big takeaways are you got to watch the rushing game. Obviously, the Bengals have been one of the worst, defensive rushing teams in the NFL this season. You can't just watch Zeke. You got to watch Tony P. This guy's legit. So I think they're taking away that.
Pressure Dalton.
Yeah, I think you got to see what they're doing on Dalton, and it's like almost every time he's under pressure, classic Dalton. I mean, the Bengals should know that. I mean, Dalton was just on this team for a decade, so. And those are two things that Bengals have been bottom 5 in the league all season. Getting to the quarterback, they've been awful, and stopping the running game, they've been bad. So, how do you work on that and just automatically change the next week? I don't know, but I think some other things are
in time of possession. Bengals.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys win time of possession, they're gonna win the game. The way they run the ball, once they get up, they just hold it.
I think, keep the game plan simple. This is a bad defense in Dallas. This is not a good defense. Besides a few trickery plays, Baltimore, for the most part, kept it pretty simple. It seems like they're doing what they do best. I know it's hard to do that with Cincinnati, with your backup quarterback and your backup running back, but make it easy on Ryan Finley or Brandon Allen, whoever's going to get the start. You know what I mean? Don't make a complex game plan.
You got good enough receivers in Cincinnati. Get the ball in their hands.
Do what Dallas is doing, yeah. Nothing crazy. Give it to your playmakers. Here we go, and Dalton's going to go down. Tried to get a pump fake there, and I believe that's 53 for Baltimore, and that's, I believe, the first sack. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, not first sack in the fourth quarter, but sacks, yeah. The sackles, as we'd call in DCTV. Something we've kind of talked about. I said it. I accidentally said sackle, like one of my first game streams,
Really?
and everyone loved it. And every time there's a sack, everyone's like sackle. That's a cool.
Yeah.
Sackle. So fourth and 15, and I mean this is perfectly aligned. No excuses. 52 though. So here we go. That wind. Oh my gosh, he was lined up perfectly, and the wind took it, and
Not
he missed
again.
another. What is that now? Is that 3?
Yeah.
3 missed goals for Greg DeLay out of anybody. And that win had to pick up because that took that thing like crazy. When is Dallas going to stop trying to settle for 3? I know you're out like 10 yards, but still, man. I mean, you've seen what happened all game long. They're like, all right, send him out for 50. And it's a miss. I honestly think if trading was available, I mean, we trade him Bullock, get some trade value back, right? Some capital, man. So I mean, wow, now it's looking like Cincinnati out there, man. And you know, it's crazy. It's like Randy Bullock is just bad in the clutch moments, but in any other moment, he's actually not been seriously that bad. It's just the clutch moments we need him. Lamar Jackson's gonna throw this one out to the fullback, Ricard, and oh my gosh, he just plows a Cowboys defender before going out of bounds. Oh my gosh. Big old number 42 Ricard, one of the best fullbacks in the game, just lowers the shoulder on Woods. Oh my gosh. Sends him flying. Short of the first down by 2 yards, but give it to the big man.
The Ravens have such a good roster. Their skill players are so fast, but their tight ends and backs are so strong.
Gus Edwards to the outside, cuts it inside. He's gonna break a freaking tackle. Break a couple tackles. Oh my gosh. See what happens. Oh my, that was a
get you excited.
Yeah. It did get me excited. Oh, look at these moves by Gus Edwards. What is that? Juke move right there. Spins the guy. Like, beautiful moves right there for a big first down that almost made me say some naughty words, but beautiful. I mean, this rushing game, poor tackling by Dallas. And I think that's something Bengals have to take notice of. This Dallas team has had poor blocking all game long. So Lamar's going to keep this one. He's going to get a gain of about 10 there.
Big hit.
Takes a big hit, but gets up. They might mark it short. Looks like they're marking it short by about half a yard or a yard.
How's everyone's fantasy team?
I'm 9-4. 9-4.
So I haven't been keeping up with the fantasy these Tuesdays. When was this game originally?
I don't know if it was a Sunday game or if it was Monday. I don't know because this game didn't technically get like it wasn't an actual game. I think it got moved back because the Ravens game got moved back. So I think this game was affected. So I don't know. Devin say yo. I don't think I know what you're saying yo to. Not just what's up. At least there's a handful of people, whereas the other stream hundreds.
Oh.
3rd and 3 here for the Ravens. Pressure's to him. He's
dude. How does he
elusive. Lamar is gonna break out of it, and I think he picked up the first. Did he? Yeah, because the first is right there. Wow. I mean, it looked 9 out of 10 quarterbacks in the National Football League. That's a sackle.
Yep. Sackle.
But elusive. I mean, he broke out of 2 tackles right there, and then picks up the first. He just waves the receiver off like, "Hey man, I got it." Like, "Hey, you go deep, take the defenders with you." I mean, 9 out of 10 quarterbacks, that's a sacker right there. But not for Lamar, man.
Getting respect from the
no. That's what I miss about Burrow, man. You got Brandon Allen in there, and they're just tossing him around like a rag doll. Run out to the right side here. Ingram running hard, running with some force. A good gain of about 6 there. 4 for 5 missed field goals this game. Oh my gosh, for both teams. Man. It's actually crazy. If you have a kicker for either one of these teams in fantasy, man, it's not looking too good. It's not looking good.
And it's crazy to see because that's one of the biggest things that separates you from playoff time, special teams. Make the kicks, can AT, punt return.
Ingram with a nasty stiff arm. He's fighting for the first. I think he has it. And if he does, it's going to be a 1st and goal. Yeah, if they get in the end zone here. 1st and goal. Beautiful use of the stiff arm there by Ingram. And I add that to my list for the Bengals taken away. I mean, I'm used to, like, not really this year, but last season, the Bengals were one of the worst teams in tackling. I mean, they just couldn't wrap anybody up. This year, they've actually improved by a lot. But, I mean, man, this Cowboys team is, like, giving me flashbacks to the 2019 Bengals. They can't wrap up anybody. And I know this is a hard team to wrap up. I mean, it's Lamar and the 3-headed monster running backs. But this Dallas defense is struggling to tackle anybody. Oh, they took him out. That's a little dump off to the fullback right there. A gain of maybe a yard or two. Different game, you make those.
Yep.
19. Well, then Baltimore missed one, so 27-19 game or.
Session.
Game changing, man. Which is going to be interesting if he's going to have a bounce back game next week or if he's going to continue. Usually it's 50-50 for kickers. Some of them will have amazing next game and some of them can't get it turned around. 2nd and goal here. They're going to try to run up the gut with J.K. Dobbins. Almost broke one, but basically a touchdown saving shoestring tackle there by the defensive tackle. And 3rd and goal here from about 5 yards out.
Just consistently see these running backs for the Ravens get hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then end up with a net 5-yard.
Oh, yeah, and that's what surprises me. So 3rd and goal here. You're right, you're 2 for 2. What's going to happen?
Take a shot at the end.
All right, here. So 24-10, 8:30 left here in the final quarter of the game. 3 receivers to the left, the receivers to the right. Empty set. So
man coverage.
Rolling, breaks out of a defender, throws end zone, and it's low. I mean, you're right. Take a shot at the end zone. It's what they did. Lamar knew he should have had him. He had some space, but started to throw low again. I see what Lamar's trying to do. He's just not that accurate yet. Yeah. He's making a smart QB move. Get it low to where the only receiver can get it. It's just too low. And, some people that just hate that, a lot of these NFL analyst haters are going to see some of these passes just like, oh my God, he can't throw, and he's not going to be able to throw.
But then you look at the mark.
I think he can. He's just trying to make the best move. He just always can't capitalize on. So they settle for 3, and it actually is good here, 27-10. So this might probably put it out of reach here, but we can see what the Dallas does on this last drive. And this is key, this last drive for me watching for the Bengals game, because this sees if they're going to panic or if they're really going to let Andy Dalton throw it here. I want to see what kind of plays they're going to be doing here.
Yeah, you've seen the playbook part of preparing for next week, but you haven't seen the window.
If you guys are in here, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Hit the sub button, join the DCTV family. Follow me on all my socials. And you can only donate to the stream if you would like as well. Also, join the 513 Sports Discord if you haven't already. It's a free group chat with over 70 Bengals fans, and all we do is talk Bengals football. Did you see that Pittsburgh-Washington game? I did. What about that? Can we say WhoDey for a Pittsburgh loss? Even though the record's a lot better than ours, I mean, that's something to cheer about, right? Yeah, I did see that. That was a crazy game, man. Pittsburgh went for it. Get it? Boy, Alex Smith. Look at him go. Look at him. Who would have thought? Like, I think of that one meme. Look at us.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? breaking the ankles. Yes.
Always gonna get a highlight reel.
Oh, for sure. I think that's a big thing. Like Ravens fans get to look forward to every Sunday. Is like win or lost, man. Just watching Lamar Jackson play is crazy. And I feel like every team, a lot of teams have that. You know, when they're healthy. You know, obviously Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes.
Tyreek.
You know, Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. You know, Cleveland Browns got the rushing game. And I mean,
Derrick Henry.
Tennessee, you got Derrick Henry. Minnesota Vikings, you got Dalvin Cook. For the Bengals, it was Burrow. So for Dallas, it was Dak.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I feel like all these teams in the NFL have that one guy that they just love. It's a quarterback, a running back, a safety, a defensive end. So here we go with 8 minutes left. They're going to be able to kick this one off here. Touchback. See, and one thing you'll notice with the more practice you do with play-by-play, you'll hear words you say a lot. Like I say here a lot sometimes. Yeah. But at least I recognize it. Obviously, a lot of the players doing my cause, my cleats. I think all the donation, like all the money they get of like the cleats, I think they like auction it off. Yeah. And the money goes to like the donation picked. It's really cool. I honestly, if I had money, I would go bet that because those go for like thousands of dollars. I think I would go get me a pair.
Especially when people know it's for charity, though.
Yeah, I would put a lot of money on it. 1st and 10 here, and what a beautiful toe tapping catch by Gallup. Once again, and I think Bengals, you know who their guy is with Dalton. It's Gallup all the way. All the way. Dak probably would have had some like the depression thing. Yeah. This would have been some. That's something. I don't even think he goes to the games because they never show him. Looked like a little dump pass to Ezekiel Elliott. Just missed him. Dalton took a hit, though. I will say that.
I know Dak's been at practices. Especially with COVID, they don't want to get him.
That makes sense. The COVID makes sense, but if his rehabs are back and down, there's no way he should be hobbling back and forth. I guess same with Burrow. Anybody else that has those. So Dalton still sub 200 on today's game. A lot of pressure. He gets this one out quick. That's the tight end there. Schultz. Dallas Schultz. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But Dallas Schultz, I believe. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and medium again. 7:44 remaining here. If you don't get this, could punt it. Well, you'd probably go for it here. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you'd probably go for it. But at the same time, who knows? Venom maybe, and they're...
Game's on the line at this point. Out here.
Dalton, pressure, evades the sack, little dump pass to Elliott, and Elliott, he's going to be at inches shy. It's going to be 4th and inches.
Get up there, QB.
But look at Dalton with the improvising move. Yep. Little forward pitch to Elliott.
Got a little nervous there. Defensive lineman reaching out for him. Watch out for that shoulder as he's coming. Grabbed.
Dalton.